Good evening everyone. I hope you're doing well. Let me swap on over to the main scene, pop on the audio. How is everyone? Welcome to Sunday, Wowhead night. I hope you're doing well. Who have we got in tonight? Valegro, Danny, Darkwing, Genie, Talkman, Nobby, Monkey D. Luffy, Will's here. Good evening one and all. Having dinner, maybe TV after dinner. How active we've been. No problems stopping, and all that are lurking at the moment as well. I know you have sports and things and D&D, so thank you so much for stopping by in any capacity. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Ella Hoof, good evening to you. Did I say good evening to you as well, Jeannie? If I did miss you, good evening as well. Sports ball is on, I imagine. Is it the end? Is it the final? I've got no idea where we're at with it. Are we winning? Is the question, and is it fun? That's about as much as I can offer in terms of my supports in that front. But no, it's the first round. Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
how kind of you.
Completely off then.
Wilsauce just subscribed.
Oh, thank you so much, Wilsauce. Thank you for your brand new Prime. Welcome aboard. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Samadan squad. We have lots of lovely emotes for you to be able to use, including my new animated Sama thumbs. So welcome on board. I'm special enough for 2 good evenings. I wasn't sure whether I missed it first time, Jeannie, so just thought I'd make sure, just in case. Oh, this is the first round. Oh, really? Okay, still lots to go then. It's finally patch week. What a week it's been. Oh, my screen's full. What a week it's been. The whole legendary system. It's been very, well, we'll look at this in the Wowhead blog when that comes, but it's been very expensive, shall we say. Very expensive. I'm nowhere near where I need to be either. So I'm just doing what I can in the final preparation. I will try to basically make the most out of those, but my plan is at this point is just to try and use the tools that I have available to me, and if I can manage to make a little bit of money out of the legendary system, then great. If not, then I've got plenty of other ways to make gold as well. So it's going to be one of those things. I'll do what I can, and we'll explore that as the markets develop. It's been incredibly expensive of late. Let's have a look at the ore price. We've been keeping an eye on a lot of this. Let's have a look at the Elythium ore. Well, there's a bait one there at 100 gold, and some at 150. Out of a matter of course, I'm going to buy those, because that'll be doing it. But the price is here, 177 gold. Smart average buy price, 166. What's the region at the moment? 167. So there's a lot of stuff here. Never take a dyslexic mage into a dungeon party or raid. Is that going to be They can't spell. I see. Yes, the gold, Danny. The gold. Where's the gold gone? It's been Oh, what's happened? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at where we were at. We did get this low before in my profession days. The start of my profession investments, the end of my profession investments was down here. And then we worked our way back up and made a decent amount of gold, and then it's been a steady decline and plummet, and even this last week obviously has been very expensive, and I'm not even where I need to be. I think 36 million sales, 30 million expenses, 6 million profit is okay for the first 4 months we've been using TSM. That is fantastic. Epithesis. Epithesis. Sorry, I'd have to think about it when I pronounce it correctly. Epithesis. Thank you so much for stopping by. And that is a very good profit. I'd say you're doing extremely well. Definitely. Drizzling told me that the other day. That was a good one, definitely. So we're on a very tumultuous ride at the moment, working our way through the legendaries. Thankful I have the cloaks, but the problem we have at the moment is none of the current legendaries that I'm crafting are really that worthwhile to players, because none of them are going to have sockets on them. Yeah, and then all boreal shards and such happen exactly. Yeah, I think I'm not too concerned, Snobby Hall. I think we'll be okay. The thing I know that I do have as my backup is I have a steady system of gold making with the depth of my professions anyway. So whether the legendary system, I mean, I know I've spent a lot of gold on the legendary system, that aside, I know that all my other methods of making gold are going to be fine. So even if I took a step back now and decided not to bother with legendaries at all, and just cut my losses and run, which I'm not going to do, I'm going to still see what money I can get out of the ones I do have, then that'll be fine. So it's one of those things. At least I have a backup plan, as it were. There's plenty of other ways to make gold. At the moment, just before going live, I did pick up and relisted all my auctions. I'll go through the other characters and list their stuff. I've got a few sales, nothing massive to write home about at the moment. I picked some of that over the weekend. We'll take that Alethea ore and send it to Bridget. Probably send it to old Morty as well. He could be sending stuff that way as well. Jar of Dave, 6th, give or take some, but good evening. Hope you're doing well. Might be surprised though in the first weeks of 9.1. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how. I mean, obviously I've got 4 characters to run through the 9.1 system and start getting some Corthite crystals. I think is going to be the main thing, really, though. Tones illusion plus enchants. Sure, you'll be fine. Yeah, I think so. LFD, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Valego, for doing the shout out for Sheriff Dave. Lovely to have you here. So let's list on everything else. I've still got a few different bits and things to do with Samadan. We'll come back to Samadan. We'll just run through the characters and get their auctions on first and foremost. Give everyone a chance to come in and all that. And then we'll take things from there. See what we can do from a... Well, the main thing is a renown at this point. See how much renown we can get. I've kind of done what I can with the core links. Those aren't reliably giving me renown now, so I really need to go through and do the Covenant campaign on each of those. I also I also cleaned up the quest log on Samadan, and now I've got the whole Twisted Corridor quest line for the clues for Anduin, and that one's painful. I was not expecting that I'd have to do the 6 floors 3 times in order to get all the clues. It's a bit of a grind, that one, definitely. Haley, good evening to you. Implied Sight, good evening to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Right, okay, where are we? I think we should probably just pick up any of these in case they are... Oops, trading dummy, didn't mean to do that. See, none of these are giving renown at this point now, so I'm not sure I've got a huge amount there. And whilst I'm here, if there's anything I can deposit in, I'll do that. Okay, that's a little bit extra. And then command table, I think in progress none, so we better go and send some over whilst we're here. And then we'll go out and list our auctions. Just kind of a bit of routine stuff to get us started on the system here. So what have we got? XP's the first one. This one's a good one. Anything campaign wise at the moment? Nothing that I can see. So we'll grab those. Let's just put them all in. There we are. Send those off. Get a bit of extra going on that way. Obviously we need to do the campaign to get that going a bit better. That should work. When we're going to run Torghast, can anyone help with it, or are they parts where you have to go alone? I don't know if they have to be done alone. It's the one where you've got to get the clues for Anduin. So I've got the first clue, and then I was playing it yesterday, and I went through, and it took me ages, like over 40 minutes to get to the 6th floor, and then it went to floor 7, and I forgot that this was Twisting Corridors, the mammoth one, and then I went, oh, okay, this is going to be bad, and then I read up about it, and it was just like, oh, this is going to be huge. You can do that as a group. Yeah, I think it's probably okay as a group, isn't it? How have I been in place? I've been very good, thank you. Lots going on. We're making the best of what we can with the legendary system that we know of at the moment. We're going to try and make some gold along the side in other methods as well. So we're doing the crafted 168 gear at the moment until that gets replaced with the crafted 200 gear. That's going to be, I think that's going to be my main bread and butter winner. to be honest. Let's get rid of some of that junk first. There we go. A little bit of space, but not a huge amount here. We've got a few. Hold on. Let's clear out some of these supply caches. That's some more stuff we can sell. That's some more stuff we can sell. This is going to be nice. And another. There's another conduit there. Is that all of them? Heiser Meister G, is that? Or Meisterg. Good evening. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope I pronounced some of your name right, if not all of it. Right, that would be a good sale. Let's have a look. There we go. 7,500 from those. We needed that. Okay, we're over 400,000 again. Yay! It's not quite so desperate. Let's carry on and list everything on and see how we get on. Well, thank you very much, Haley. It's kind of you to say so. Not sure about when you go to rescue Bane, Thrall, and Jaina. Yeah, I did the Thrall one on my own. Is that all I'm posting? Oh yes, I hadn't actually opened up the mail, I don't think. Let's go pick these up. And grab those, all expired. There we go. Clear out some space. We've got 3,500 gold at the bottom of this mailbox, so I'll have a look and see what that was as well. The WoW will be down 8 hours on Tuesday. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's going to be. There's a lot of content to squeeze in there. The teams have been hard at work. Someone bought all your Twilight Bark you bought on the auction house for 40 silver each, and they bought them for 4 gold each. Wow. Okay, that's nice. That's nice to just tick through those kind of things. They're little bonuses, I like to think of them. But good evening to you, Heiser. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, each cache is about 1,600, so that's decent. That's decent, definitely. You're NA and you saw the note of downtime on the launcher. It said 7 AM to 3 PM. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to put in. All right, we've got some Desolate Leather, and probably a few other bits and pieces. We probably, thinking about it, could do with a restock. Although the Shadow Scale and Shadebound is quite expensive. With the Crafter's Mark 2 that I currently have them, without having tailoring on this character, the Crafter's Mark 2 at Legendary Leatherworking is expensive. Yeah, sleep in Tuesday and stay up late playing some WoW. Yeah, if you can shift your day around, that sounds like a good plan. Squeezing a swim in the morning before it goes live, so that's great. Oh, very nice. I think you were buying Desolate Leather for 1 gold 9 in January. I haven't seen that price since. No, I mean Desolate Leather. Oh, I'm not sure what price it is now at the moment. That's heavy Desolate Leather. Desolate Leather 2 gold 61. Currently got a min buyout of 2 at the moment. The leatherworking side of Legendaries is it's a lot less than it was because of. Actually, thinking about it, has just saw that Hellfire has a whole lot of Desolate Leather there. Has Hellfire got some ore that I can make use of? That's a thought. I'll get over to her in a moment. Sorry, sidetrack. First squirrel of the evening. So 24-hour stream wins for Sam on 9.1, right? Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, it's kind of would work out work-wise, but not necessarily family-wise. I couldn't stay up because obviously this is, my wife's bedroom as much as it is my own, so I couldn't stay up and monopolise it. I need to get that shed built in the back of the garden. Right, so I'll leave the restocking for now. We'll just go through and list everyone up first. Probably ought to do the whole Magnificent Hide thing though, because that will give me some recipes, which is always good. Not that one though, it's this one that gives me one, I believe, unless I've collected them all. I've still got more to learn, so I'll carry on with those. Right, next one, let's go through here. I think we'll see new lows for leather after a month. I think given that most leatherworking is the very few slots currently best in slot, as reported currently by Wowhead. The thing is, though, you never know with... That's a nice weapon. With 9.2, that things might get shifted up again as well. Yeah. Stream will be a beta hot tubs stream, hands down. Yes, definitely. Oh, I'd agree with that completely. Bridget's doing well. Let's go through her and have a look. I might even be able to do painting and something like that. Exactly, as Vallegra says it. So, Bridget, our poor jewel crafter, all these things, these legendary rings that I've just made, the rank 1s and the 2s that I've made, I've got no idea that whether any of those are going to possibly sell, simply because A, they don't have a socket, and B, they're too low a rank at their current format. So we are currently, just to recap on where we're at, let's do a yards energy source whilst I'm here. We are jewel crafting wise down with the Shadowghast necklace, so we are 50 out, so 1/3 of the way in with the rank 2. I would have liked to have gotten up to rank 3 by Wednesday, but really, given my gold reserves at the moment and the price of all the ore and everything at the moment, I'm not sure that's going to be doable. So much, the prices of essences, 900 there, 1,200 there. The ingots I'm okay with making at the moment. They're currently buy out for 800. Crafting cost is about 200, so that's not too bad, the ingots. It's, well, obviously Ouroboreal shards I can do with Samadan. And then these essences, 1,000 and 1,400. It all depends on the ore prices more than anything else. So we'll just have a look at that in a more detail later. But what I'll do now is just list everything I do have back on. So, oh, we've got some sales, 12,000 gold. I wonder what that is. Okay, that could be promising. Something at the bottom of the mailbox. Really think 9.2 we get double legendaries and people will be back to crafting in best slots that yield stats. I think that's a very solid supposition. Desperex, I think we should be into a good place. Oh look, we actually sold a necklace. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Let me just pop outside and post these on. Let's go around here. That's the problem with Ardenweald is you, without a Katie's box, you don't have a mailbox outside. So you just have to go in and out slightly. That's what I like about Bastion, at least. You had a 80k mailbox in your druid. One of your Vala Sands sold. Oh, very nice. Yeah, the mounts and things like that, when they do sell, are a really healthy boost to your coffers, certainly. Alright, so this is just kind of like the mishmash of stuff at the moment. Shadowghast rings currently at 27,000 at 13,000. These are not a profit for me because look at the crafting cost on that, 45,000 gold based on my prices of my essences being ridiculously high on my server, and 30,000 gold. And these are ranks 1 and 2. These are not high ranks. So I'm just glad I sold something at the moment. We'll see what happens. Let's go through here. Felt bad selling your rank 4 now. No, I think get what gold you can at the moment. That's the main thing. Was it Genie who bought my Lego neck? Let me just check. I didn't see. We don't have a... No, it wasn't Genie. Bubs bought it. Let's go through and get the rest of the expires. Deal with those first. Almost worth it just flipping legendary mats. I think that's a very good market to be in at the moment, definitely. Laughing at Angel on the other shoulder, shaking their head. Well, yeah, there's that. Of course, Hope Darkness. Alright, let's open up those. So, 12,000 gold. That's almost doubling the money that Bridget has. So, I'll take that. I'll take anything at the moment, definitely. There's a mailbox outside that door you're facing down the left. Oh, is there? Out here down the left. I didn't see one on the side here. It's not on my map anywhere. Down the alley. Down here. Oops, wrong way. Been selling the herbs and oil you don't use. Okay, let's have a look. What do we have? Yeah, I don't see anything around here. There. Herbs are going up too, though. I guess there's going to be a crossover point with the raid and things, yeah. Go straight from here. Down here? There's a treasure chest here. Path of Rebirth is there. Okay. At the flight point. Flight point's over there. Unless I'm missing something else here. I don't see one. Yeah. Small lift until flying. Yeah, I'd agree with that, certainly. What's this one give me anyway? Right up at the flight point where I had the rep. Yeah, okay. By the flight point the non-night fair use. Right, I do not see that one. That's to the north, is it? I take it. Yeah. No, I don't see it around anywhere. Yeah. Up the hill from where I am. Okay, let's go have a look. Up the path and to the right. There's Sink Strider. Ah, here's one. Okay, fantastic. This one. Okay, so it's a little way out. Okay. That's not too bad. Yeah. This is the... Ah, there's the innkeeper. What's the quest you have for me? Warning silence, like to buy from you, and then there's the mailbox there. Okay, we could use this one. There we go, thank you very much. And there's a load of vendors around as well. There are actually. Jewel crafting supplies and things like that. Okay, and then we can just pop up inside there from there. Okay, that should work.
Jack _the_ dipper just subscribed.
This should be fun.
Dodo dodo vroom vroom dodo dodo puff dodo bang puff puff vroom ooh.
What an entrance, Jack. Thank you so much. 26 months is incredible. Thank you for your continued support. Mr. Potato thanks you. As half of Mr. Potato is your old Mr. Potato. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Hope you're doing well. You could collect Twilight Bark from there on out. Oh, that's a good idea too. Yes, definitely. Right, from here we shall go check our Brutosaur. Load everything up. Oh no, we need to post. We must have picked everything up. There we go. Let's go this way, post it all up. That way we have it as this. Yeah, I just need the reputation, that's the other problem. That panther, if I can sell that panther, I'll be very happy. We'll see what happens. We'll go on from there. And I accidentally listed an enchanted pen on for 4 million gold. If that sells, I'll be ecstatic, but I'm not expecting that. I need to reset the price on that one. Okay, so we just listed everything for the moment. We'll come back to Bridget and talk about what we're going to do with the legendaries on her for the moment. We've got also I need to go over the other side for those, I think, for the command table. I think that's down the bottom. So I guess up here and round is going to be my best bet. Let's just run through here and do this one. Spooky room. And then I'll just mount up. That'll be easier. Just make sure we got these listed on, complete these. I've got a feeling this is going to give me some good gold over time, nice consistent gold once I've got them all set up. Anything campaign-wise? There's promises of the Praetor. That's 12,000. Okay, where are we at? Campaign 4. So I'm not sure whether these are going to be good enough or not. No, victory could not be guaranteed.
Gertie_pops_off cheered. X100. Good day, Samadan.
Good day to you too, Gertie. Lovely to have you here. How are you doing this fine evening? Thank you so much for the cheer. That's incredibly kind of you. I'm going to go with this one instead, I think. Get some extra XP. Might as well level these all up. There we go. And that's done. Okay. So some cheap Shadowlands mats. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Jack. Just mat flip to your heart's content, certainly. Right, so that done. Birth Toxic Peril was down posting 300 when the rest are going 3,000. Oh, ouch! Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? When the prices are being driven down. Okay, I'll just run through other characters. We can think about restocking later if we get round to it. We'll just need to list everything first. El Morte, again, doing fine so far. I would like to do more with the Shadowgast, the 168 blacksmithing gear, because I think that's still selling well. But I'm reserving all my ore. The prices of ore have risen so highly at the moment, I'm not sure even that's going to be a profit for me at this stage. And all my spare ore has been going into the Shadowgast ingots. So I've not really been in a position to do a lot there. Make the most out of my blacksmithing in its current form. That might be a better, more consistent use of my sales, potentially. We'll have a look. Let's have a look. So we're still selling a few bits, 5,000 gold here. Let's open up all of this. Obviously, still wants me to keep wearing this stuff. I could do with upgrading my gear. That would be useful. But then carrying on, I've got some more tributes here as well to deal with. So Shadow Steel Breastplate, 3,000 gold. Sharpening Stone, Shaded Weight Stone. So pretty healthy. I'll take those. Grab those. And whilst I'm also here, open up that. That's a conduit, another conduit. Ooh, got a couple of weapons there. 155. Those are upgrades. That's cool. And we've also got Tribute of the Ascended. That's the Potency conduit. And that's another conduit. Okay, so there's a load of stuff there we can sell. And vendor that for a decent chunk of change. What have we got there? Another 7,500. Fantastic. That's all good. 430,000 gold now. Getting closer. Getting closer. Anyone uses TSM 4.11? Here's your TSM theme. Thank you, Jack, for sharing that. I saw your tweet about that one. I haven't looked at it yet. Is it going to break my eyes? Is my first question. Or is it going to make everything black? Mida plays well. Good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Give me a moment. I'll have a look. Let's have a look. Where's your theme? Let's grab that and copy that, see if that works.
If you find anything exotic,
TSM settings. I've not done this before actually. Brown Sniper appearance. Custom theme. Import theme. I like it, Jack. Very nice. That is very much on brand with your Gold Dipper. Yeah, brown, black and gold. Let's have a look at the graph whilst we're here. Ooh, the red's hurting my eyes. We need to be somewhere more green. kind of sits a little bit more. Very nice, Jack. I'll keep that for the moment, see if my eyes can get used to it. Fantastic. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. Right, let's did we post our things on? I think we did. I have to get used to this now. It's different colours. So that's done, that's listed. Gold wise, we've got a little bit of gold. Other stuff we need to put in. We need to go back to our we need to pick up some callings and things. Not sure whether any of these are going to give, but we need to actually send some people off. So let's go back to the seat of the Primus and do that. Cappuccino theme. Yeah, something like that. We're close at 930 anima on this one, actually. That's not bad. So we can hand that in for some renown. I need to check on my saved instances for all of my characters, but for now we're okay. We'll just stick with what we've got. Let's just pick this up whilst we're standing next to it. That's Valor, you see. And then the other stuff's all in different places. I've got to get used to where everything is on this one. The forge thing is over there. I'll go pick this quest up first. My poor slow. What's that do, I wonder? Where are you? You're over here.
You new here.
So this is renown. This is Call to Revendreth.
Be memorable.
That would be worth doing. And then we'll go down to the command table side of things. Grab that. That's Valor. Nothing here at the moment, so let's just go grab this. Okay, so not a huge amount here. Campaign we could do, but I'll go with the XP first for you. There we go. Is that victorious? Yes, it is. Assign that one. That's done. Send the parties. Then we'll head on outside. There's a quest there as well we could probably do with looking at. Keeper of Renown. What's that? Necrolord Veteran. Oh, that's PvP stuff. We'll leave that. I got your camera and headset today. Going to try this streaming thing. Oh, LFD, fantastic. Welcome on board. We'll have to give us a shout when you're live and check you out. I have to move the computer around first. Yeah, getting the right position. I've moved my computer around many, many times. Right, I think there's a mailbox over here, but I might be wrong. Let me just check. Yes, there is one here. I'm going to use this one as it's outside. Alright, let's go have a look. Inbox. Oh no, we did that already, didn't we? Okay. Oh, and I didn't put my stuff in the Sanctum. Okay, we'll leave you here for, I don't know, rested area. Need a rested area, yeah. Still missed the floor streams, I know. It was good having Oreo next to me whilst doing those. Right, when do we get rested? Over here it looks like, okay. Not the best part, but whilst I'm here I might as well go to the Sanctum Upgrades and just deposit that anima that we had.
My arsenal is yours.
There we go, so we're at just over 1,000. I won't upgrade now because we'll need to save a little bit of anima later. But we're close, 930, so there's lots of things we can do here. Let's carry on listing for now. Keep on going, yeah. Immunity to access in this Sanctum are the target dummy all the way at the back. I've never used target dummies. That says a lot for my gameplay style, doesn't it? Really. That's the hard part, really. Playing the game and being good at it. I mean, I've got my damage meters now, and I can see that I'm not definitely not the best at actually playing the game. But then again, I don't use things like potions, and I don't press all the right buttons at the right time. But that can be learnt, as can gold making, as can anything. I use them when you make your own weak ore, so that's actually, yeah, I can see how that would be useful. Yeah, practice is needed in most things. That's how we grow and succeed. Right, what have we got here on the alchemy side of things? 2,000 gold. Okay, that's just the flask of stamina. Okay, let's get these on. See what kind of... I'm expecting potions not particularly to kick off at the moment. I think we're still early days yet for potions. Once we start getting into full-on raiding, then I can see people spending more on potions. TSM broke your gaming mouse. Is that because of the scroll wheel, Jack? Kitty Sprinkles, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're having a lovely evening so far. We're just posting everything on first, then we'll check through and see what we can do for our very, very low gold situation at the moment. Yeah. Having a scroll wheel that works is essential for TSM, certainly. Thank you, Jack, for doing the shout out. Hidden Spirit will be better in keys for testing mythics and PTR, as in will be sold a little bit more. Okay, thank you, Oak Darkness. I should really follow the competitive WoW subreddit. That'll probably give me quite a lot of information to this kind of end of my market, certainly. No luck on the engineering. We'll keep on posting about it, Rook, and I'm sure the TSM team will add it to their Trello board, certainly. Andy Key, happy Sunday to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Foot pedals for posting and cancelling. that's an interesting idea. I like that one. Right, okay, we'll go with that one. We'll just post that on for now. Let's do a shade stone whilst we're here as well, because I've got a feeling we're going to need those later. And then we'll jump through our other characters. There's still things we can do. Missives have been selling okay at the moment as well. I have to look out for that. So you just press and hold the foot pedal, and it keeps on going. Not sure how that works, or is it an analog thing? So each small amount you move counts as a click. I need details. Right, and Stabadan, we do need to restock on Stabadan actually. What have we got? No sales here at the moment. We do have, what, 78,000 gold, probably our richest character at the moment. Who's got the most gold? Urfin has 146 at the moment. He's got all the gold. So I'll just post this lot on for now. I did want to check Hellfire, see where she's at. I think I've sold all my missives, so I need to Oh no, I've got a missive versatility and haste here. And critical strike, okay. A few of those. Get those on. There's a few other bits and pieces I haven't restocked on. Ask Dirty, you have no clue. Okay, no problem. Next time I see him, I'll ask. Right, okay. So that's step one, main listing of everything on. I want to just check on Hellfire. She did have some materials, and I wanted to just check what she actually has in stock for our characters, because I know we had that emergency buying spree when we first heard about the release date of patch 9.1. I'm not sure how much of that was ore and how much of that was... I think it was mainly cloth and leather that I picked up on, because I was thinking those were going to be the main things to focus on. I hadn't really focused on dual crafting, and I'm paying the price for that now in not having enough ore saved up for both blacksmithing and dual crafting. I mean, we've got cloth for tailoring, so hopefully the cloaks will get something out of that at some point. Nothing there. What do we have in our bags? Yeah, it's mainly Desolate Leather, Pallid Bone, and a bit of Enchanted Lightless Silk and some Lightless Silk there as well. Okay. Not a huge amount, okay. Good old Booty Bay. I miss the times here. Yeah. Yeah, dual crafting was so bad at expansion start though. Worst Lego slot, gems barely a thing. I know, and now look at it. It's gone. It's suddenly gone into the limelight. Just how one patch can change things, and that's stuff that's just happening in like the last couple of weeks as well. Right. Okay, we'll leave Hellfire. She's not got anything we really need at this point. I'm kind of, at this point, I'm thinking not to make any more legendaries because they won't have a socket on them. That's the main thing. I could really do with waiting till 9.1 and then start making fresh new legendaries. And what am I going to do with my stock? That's the main thing. And I think that is kind of the crux of the issue with legendaries at the moment. So let's go back to the top with Samadan and do some restocks here because we've got some work to do on them, certainly. Oh, okay. Keep the stock or sell it. They don't have the sockets till rune carving. Oh, okay, I misunderstood how it works. Okay, thank you, Rook and Holy. Okay. So you can get the base item now. Right, okay. But just don't rune carve it. Ah, right. My misunderstanding of how it worked. Okay. That's not quite so bad then. So they're not entirely worthless. Yeah, there was a recent article. I was reading the same one, I think. Right. We've sold some stuff already. Some food. A few enchants. It's another 1,000 gold. I shall take it, definitely. Yeah. A long time ago, people... yeah, I thought as Jack thought it, yeah. Yeah, all these odd changes, yeah. Over 400k to start spending. No, Danny, I can't. I've got so little of it at the moment. I mean, I was looking... I should look at the others, like Lastrite ore, at the moment. 15 gold's not bad, actually. I could take that. How much is that? And Samadankin, that's 7,000. That's okay, we can afford that. That's easy enough. And then the other thing I've got, the Elythium ore we were looking at. See, it's 177. Is that going to go up higher than 177? There's 460 of it there. That would cost me 81,000 gold to buy that, which is really expensive. Okay, let's have a look. Thank you, Rook, for the link. It was this one, wasn't it? Yes, this was the one I was reading earlier. Socketing a previously crafted legendary. When upgrading a non-socketed legendary, you will not get a free socket regardless if you use a base item with a socket or not. If you already crafted a legendary that is eligible for a socket, you have two options. Recraft a legendary for a free socket in patch 9.1. If you have excess soul ash and no sticker, use a season 1 or season 2 socket item on your legend for a socket. Okay. Well, that was the wrong... Oh no, this was the wrong... oh, that's mythic rating. Oh yeah, sorry. I misread it myself as well. That one. Yeah, that was the one. There we go. Yeah, one caveat though. So you thought items carved prior to don't get the socket when you rune carve them post 9.1. Right, okay. This one, a video showing that if you take let's have a look at this. Socketing a new legendary, crafting legendary. It doesn't matter if you use a base item without. But loads of videos showing that if you take an unsocketed base item and craft a new legendary, it still crafts with a free socket. can't see this in that much detail, so let's have a look. So this is, see I don't do this. So you want to craft this legendary. So 235. That's a Shadowghast necklace. 235. Rune carve it. Get the cinematic. Legendary item super strain. And now the item is... Where's the tooltip for the item? Doesn't show us. Oh, is it there? Super strain. There we go. 235 with the socket. Okay. With just a regular one. There. Okay. Right. Okay. So it works at the rune carving stage. Yeah. So the base item had no socket, but the crafted one does. So that was where my misunderstanding came from, because they talk about crafting it, but the crafting it is when you're putting it in the rune carver and doing that crafting of the legendary, not the actual crafting of the base item, which is where my confusion, okay. Yeah, it's confusing, definitely. Yeah. I think 99% of players have that misunderstanding and it's impacting sales. Yeah, I think the lack of clarity is definitely causing an issue here. So, quick and good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I might have to change my Wowhead blog because I think I mentioned it myself about these and the sockets. Doesn't matter if it gains a socket if the buyer doesn't think it will. Yeah, exactly. If the buyer doesn't think so. I mean, that is why my current rank 4 Grimveil cape are going below crafting cost now. I think people are just literally thinking, oh, this is useless stock, and are throwing it away, certainly. Yeah. Yeah, if people would use craft for profession wording and rune carve for making legendary, it would be easier. Yes, Earth, that's a good idea. Definitely. How often you get confused when you misunderstand. Yes, definitely. Two Shot TV, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Let's just check. We'll just do a little bit of restocking whilst we're here. Checking things. Got a couple more sales, which is good. We need the sales right now. But let's get some bread and butter stuff made so we can at least get some stuff going. Restock selected groups. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. We've got a couple of sales of the crafted dreadful stuff with a relic of the past 5 on them, so that's good. Bit of food and then a load of enchantments. We'll take the lithium bars off because I don't think those are going to be good for us at the moment, and we'll take this off. We do need just, that's the Sorcerer's Scepter. We'll leave that one off as well, actually. That one's old, can be Sam. We're not there yet. It hasn't gone live yet. Yeah, don't craft the bases now. Indeed, whether it's correct or not, people are thinking that's not going to be Grimveiled mittens as well. So we need to take those off. Not going to make those at this point. That's better. Yeah. Yeah, and no stream last week as well. Yes. Real Ginny, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. We've got a load of stuff here that I need to craft. So let's start with the list. Look at all this stuff we need from the guild bank. Okay, let's grab that and head over to Dalaran's. Best place to get this done. Pop those there. Don't craft any legendaries. Best decision this expansion. I think that was a very wise decision, Darkwing, certainly. Do you think that TSM 411 will work with the new legendary ranks? I think as soon as they can get on it, they will. Yes, I don't think it will work straight away because obviously they need to put the new items in. But yes, I think it should. Just add sockets to all eligible legendaries. Problem solved. I mean, I would like to keep the freedom, choice, and variety for people to choose which slots to use themselves. I think that would be nice, certainly. All right, let's grab this slot. We need a load of stuff from here, so let's move all of that. Okay, let's go through all of this, and then we also need some windwall cloth from Hellfire, and we also need well, gloom dust from the auction house. I can actually get that more easily myself with all of this Umbra shards that we have here lying around. It's not doing me any good at the moment, so I'll grab one of those as well at this point. No problem, Gabby-sama, and good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. As well, so absolutely debate us and have domination sockets, slot legendaries get crafted with a domination socket, and just make everything we did backwards. that would be confusing, definitely. Yeah, that's the main problem is the confusion and the lack of understanding around it, I think, definitely. Right, I'll grab that. I need 15 gloom dust from there, so I can probably just do a Cultiran. Where's the shatters? Ones. Umbra shatter. Got plenty of these we can do. We need 15, so let's do 5 of these. That should be enough. So we get 3 per gloom dust. That should be fine. Quiverdoras, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Was that enough? Looks like it was. Wild Jade from the auction house, according to that. Earthen's Awakening and Hellfire we need to jump over to. Light Parchment, let's just grab some from our friendly vendor. Light Parchment, let's just grab a stack. So we have some. That's done. And let's just check the Wild Jade situation. Currently 196 gold. I think Awakening can do better than that. Bridget's got some in the bank, so we'll go over to Bridget and pick those up. Right, so Hellfire first. Let's go over, jump through the characters here. So we need some windwall cloth from her. As for domination slots for legendaries, doubt they'll ever get a domination socket since they are this patch's tier set. Well, effectively, yes. That's what people need. I haven't looked too much into the domination gear, but just reading from what I understand of it, certainly it does act like a tier set, doesn't it? Right, windwall cloth. Let's go grab what we need. Is it in which bank is it? Here it is. It's in the reagent bank. I'll take a stack because we're going to need that. So I'll grab that. Move this across. That can go to Samadan. It's a little bit extra, so because we do need a bit of windwall cloth. And then gathering wise, we need to switch over to Bridget. So let's go do that. Trade Baron Bunty, good evening to you. Just a few days now to 9.1. Hope everyone is ready. I'm definitely not ready, but I am trying to get as much out of it as I can in preparation. We are on a ticking countdown at the moment. My level 60s aren't where I'd want them to be, but I think it's close enough for me to at least get into some of the Corthite crystals or something like that. Amazing to me how big the wait was for this patch, yet how far behind I still feel. Yes, exactly. I'm in exactly the same position. I mean, I spent a good month or so collecting recipes, which was good fun, but that definitely took my eye off the ball when it came to all my other characters. You had to reset your TSM. No graph and no old data left. Oh well, all problems are solved thanks to the awesome Jack. Well, yeah, I did the same at BFA for Legro. I remember doing it, and it was painful. Certainly, I missed my old data. Certainly from Legion. Where am I going? What am I doing? We want from the bank. Let's go. Let's do Dalaran again. That's easy to get stuff from the bank. I just finished your 5th and last Covenant campaign today. 5 characters ready to go. That's really good. That's really good. Wonder how much money is made by selling legendary bases to people that don't know they don't need every rank and craft upgrade. I think we discussed this last time on the stream as well. I think there's quite a few people that will buy every single one, thinking that that's how you need to do it. Fun is greater than behind. Totally agree, Darkwing. There is no behind when you're having fun. Because that is the goal. Right, we needed some wild jade. Jade. Any in the reagent bank? There it is, there's 29 there. Panther gems, I do need some of these, so I'm going to just grab... How many do I need? A couple. Oops, no, didn't mean to do that. Well, let's grab them anyway, and then let's split what we have and do 10 to Samadan. I think that'll be better. So let's head over this way and do that. It's like rank 1 and then rank 6 or rank 5 because rank 6 is too expensive. Yeah, I think we might get quite a few rank 5 to 6 for that because people just want it now. I can imagine that being a thing. That's what I'm hoping for with the dual crafting. If I can get myself to rank effectively 3 to then jump to 5, then I'll be happy. If I can get that far. Where's my 10 of wild jade? Armour, let's have a look, trade skill, it's not going to be in that lot, it's not in my recent anymore. Nope, can't see it. There it is, Panther Gems. It's easy when you search for it. Right, send the 10 to Samadan. Take that one. Okay, we can get your Awakening to make some more if it's cheaper later. I've lost my task list as well, so we'll come back to Bridget. We're working on Samadan for the moment. The Wowhead blog will probably go live soon as well, so we'll see what we can get done on Samadan before then, certainly. Did I ever craft any of my fishing enchants, and have I sold any? I'm not sure if I have actually, Trade Baron. Can't remember selling any. I need to add in all my extra things that I learned. Yeah. I don't think you need to finish the Covenant campaign before you get to all the dailies in 9.1. I think you can do some of them, but I remember Mantheus saying that some of them are locked behind Renown 44. Do you have an alt you're taking to the new zone and its weapon is low? Don't fear. The early quest in 9.1 gives you a 187 weapon. That'll be useful. Lots of my alts are very undergeared at this point. Alright, where's our items? Let's pick up all of that. Grab the Leystrite ore as well. And let's send that back to Bridget. Trade the goods between each of the characters. There you can have that back. So, looking at that, I've also got some, I noticed I had a few other bits and pieces in Hero's Fish Cache. Let's get some extra fish. There we go. And a load more fish. I had another one here as well, meat. There we go. And a skinning one. And 3 cleansing right materials as well. Had quite a lot of stuff I need to open here. Let's just grab those. There we are, and those need to go in the bank, into the Sanctum Reservoir. Okay, I think we have everything we could possibly need. Let's have a look. How are we doing? Enchanting, Leylite Shards, craft profitable, need 11. How many Leylite Shards do we have? 1 in the bank. The min bios, wow, that's expensive, 122. How many Chaos Crystals do I actually have, though? Let me just check that. What have you got? Chaos Shatter. Yeah, I've only got 18 Chaos Crystals left. I mean, they're 26 gold. Average buy price of 6.92. I've got some in the Guild Vault, though. 87, so that's okay. So we could probably afford to do the Chaos Shatter for that. So let's just bring this open. And we'll do this here. That should work okay. There we go. After doing all the Covenant campaigns, including Necrolords twice, the Nightfall was by far the most tricky. Picked up a few deaths today as you worked on it. Oh, really? Okay, thank you, Jack. We'll postpone our making of things till after this, after the blog's gone up. Let me just grab Jack's link, copy that, and update my commands. So let's just go there, edit that, paste that, submit that. Okay, that should be working. There we go. Right, blog over here. There we are. You got in there, Jack. Enjoy your moment of firstness. Race to Wowhead first. Okay, let's move that across and move that down there. There. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's talk about legendaries, because it's the big topic this week. This is it's been occupying a lot of my time and my money at the moment, as we can see with how much I've been spending these past few days and over this past sort of month, really, as I've been trying to flesh out and get as many legendaries as possible, not knowing what was coming, not knowing that we were going to have effectively the choice squeezed down to effectively what it is, just 3, the 2 rings and the cape. Yes, there are some other ones available, but you will know that most people will look at these and go, right, I'm going to double down on dual crafting or tailoring if they can get that going. And it's been a massive change for everyone. The whole, what I would call the min-max culture, I mean, of which, you know, the articles we post on Wowhead is part of this, the list of best in slot legendaries. People want to know what's the best thing to craft. People want to know what's the best thing to what's the best slot legendary. People want to know what's the best button presses, like I use with Hakili. It's in our nature to do this, so I'm not against this in a way. It's just how we work as people. And so we have this list of the legendaries to recraft, simply because of the way the new domination sockets have effectively ruled out those items currently as legendaries available to people, because people will want those domination sockets if they want to be making the most out of their gear, if they're doing all the raiding stuff and things like that. That said, you know, we've talked about this before about 9.2. Maybe we'll bring in multiple legendaries and we'll come back to having more variety in our things. So I don't think it's completely dead. It just means that right now the focus is, you can see this list here: neck, ring. There's a few back ones in here. Wrists and legs do appear as well. Hands there. Ring, waist and all that. So you can see there's a massive focus on rings and necks and cloaks for this. Cram, thank you so much for the follow. So what this means is everyone who wants to get into the legendary market or is currently in the legendary market is thinking, right, I'm going to focus on those. But then everyone, the whole player base, is funneling down. And look at my hooves, thank you so much for the follow. Everyone's going to be focusing on this, and it's going to be so competitive. And what do? I mean, all we can do is react as best we can. So Lazy Goldmaker has a great video going through what he thought of the changes, and just explains how it's all working from his perspective. There's been quite a few people like Hickons, Lazy Goldmaker, Manthius, and Dirty Irby that are heavily into the legendary markets. Something people are forgetting about the domination gear is one, you'll likely spend a lot of weeks before you get that set. Two, they are only optimal for raiding, so some can be suboptimal for Mythic Plus and PvP. It's possible that, certainly, Navel. Although I'm not sure how much people will do multiple things, certainly. Should have taken this time to farm up every profession's with it. That's there's always that case of, you do what you can with your time you've got, and that's it. As long as you're enjoying it, certainly. Didn't even add the bis for Venthir Boomkin, which all the min-maxing raiders will go for. In terms of melee, range DPS, balance druid, legs and rings, are those not best in slot? Is that what you're saying, Genie? That's interesting. Most want the easy answer, what's the best legendary to use? But most aren't asking the top player question, why is this the best player slot? No, quite often people would rather be told what to do and where to do it a lot of the time. It's just convenient, really, to save you thinking. Used to be one of the three that sold cloaks for ages, now there's about 20 others. Yes, exactly, Haley. People will be focusing on these ones. There will be ways to make gold in the other ones, perhaps. You'll find just let your competition focus on those BIS ones, and I'll focus on the non-BIS. Yeah, exactly, Jack. There will be other niches here, certainly. Make it expensive to level will crowd out some of the competition. Well, it is expensive to level. That's the thing, Desperex, and I think that has kind of compounded the problem slightly. In that those with the huge amounts of gold can do all these things, but in a way they have also ruined and crashed the market. The thing I've been thinking about this is the way... check which one it is. Okay, thank you. Missing from that is probably because it's it'll be a new Lego power that's coming in 9.1 and not currently available. Oh, right, thank you, Real Genie and Genie. The core fight cost will further increase the min-max pressure. Yes, exactly. That's going to make things very expensive. The list of BIS that need a swap, if the BIS does not need swapping, is not on that list. E.g., your Paladin BIS are Dungeons' legs. Ah, I see, Smooth George. Yes, that makes sense. Waist or hands, okay, for Venthir Boomkins. Right, okay, thank you, Genie. Yeah, if people focus on Mythic Plus and the base legendaries, have a massive difference in price. I mean, prices may, for those that don't have a lot of gold, may certainly cause a problem. I wonder if we'll see people buying tokens just to be able to afford these things. That's a very likely thing, I would say. You don't have a huge amount of gold, but were smart and bought enough ore to level dual crafting and level legendary when it was cheap. Fantastic, Desperex. That's a good position to be in. Definitely. So, looking at this, I mean, obviously everyone reacted very quickly to all these changes, and people are still scrambling. I mean, this is stuff that's on the PTR, and it's not actually live yet, so things can still change. But you can see here the prices of this is just a lithium ore. Having this price spike on EU and this price spike here on NA, not quite as high, but there's definitely the ore, not just the lithium, but lacerite and all the others took a massive spike in price. And then this is where you can, lots of us have been able to flip these materials, or you might want to go out and farm some and sell them at this nice high price. Invested back into Alchemy and you get it all bounced too. Yeah, I mean, no one's really thinking about Alchemy at this stage, but I'm sure that will have a lot of mileage in it, certainly. Just dancing in your shoes when people buy Torments at 700 and Reverse at 500. Yeah, it's easy to, if you've invested low, to make money now, certainly. Benefit of having on a main slot is about as negligible as only getting the gem bonus and not the set bonus from domination. Yeah. Do you expect the price for rank 5 to be over 500,000? That's interesting. I don't know. It depends on the price of the Corthite crystals, really. More goblins on EU, so that's why our prices are higher. The spikes and drops are bigger. Yeah. I think that's going to be a contributing factor, certainly. And it depends on too many factors. But we did a simple calculation with a Taylor rank 5 and we came with 140k crafting cost for the current market value without calculating profit on top of it. Yeah, I mean, 10k per Corthite minimum, I think so, definitely, to start off with. We sold something for 240 gold, so that's good. Just make sure I don't go AFK here on Samadan, then I'll jump back. So then, talking about this materials, Lazy Goldmaker has a really good video going through the prices, and you see him doing the mental calculation between the balances between the essences and prospecting and the lacerite and the Elithium. So if you're looking at these markets on dual crafting materials, really highly recommend giving Lazy's video a watch, because he talks through the relationship between each of them and where to look for the price points on each of them. So if you are looking to either flip things or turn one thing into another, that is a good... Where's my mouse gone? There it is. It's got stuck for a minute. So it's very turbulent at the moment. Markets are reacting and people are buying lots and lots of ore, and then other people are investing and they're flipping, and there's opportunities to make gold left, right and centre, not necessarily just in making legendaries or trying to get to the ranks yourselves, which, as we can see, costs a huge amount of gold to get there. And we don't know what's going to happen with the Corthite things, yeah. First Corthite you get, you're putting it on auction house at 25k. I think that's probably a good idea. It all happened, we did the same right at the beginning of Shadowlands with Eternal Crystals. There was a bottleneck for Eternal Crystals, and I've sold the first few ones I got for 12,000 gold. Now it's like 150 gold for Eternal Crystal. Exactly, yeah. Double it. Triple it, keep the price up. 50k minimum. Start high and see what happens. Oh, sorry, look at my hooves. I missed your follow there earlier. If you're still here, thank you so much. So right now, I think we're on the cusp of reacting to the markets again. 50k and a free hat. Yeah, I think it will... The lack of another material to get the rank 5s and 6s is going to keep the price high for a while, certainly. Something you don't like about Corthite, it's how it's you either want it really badly or you don't need it at all, so dump it on the auction house. But I think as long as there's a demand for it, Nabble, though, the ones that people dump on the auction house will get snapped up quickly, and the price will therefore sort of stay quite high. Oh, you are still here. Fantastic. I don't think it's too high to charge. Triple is your mindset. Going to put a 5k sniper operation on the Corthite. Yeah, snaffle them up all day long. The link is in, if you do exclamation Wowhead, I'll give you a link to it. There you go. Jack, beat me to it. My mouse keeps getting stuck. I'm not sure if it's me or whether it's a battery, although I did replace the battery. I'll have to keep an eye on it. So then we've got another video from Manthius, who does similar to Lazy on this video, talking about the legendary system and stuff like that. And I think that's worth a look. And Manthius has released another video recently about ranking all the different professions, which is worth a look as well, as his opinion on those. But what's also good is Manthius summarised what's been going on the BIS list with his cheat sheet. I've got a link to that. It's on his Discord if you go through to that. And this is basically the number, you see the number of classes and specs that now have like a ring is BIS, like 20 of these, 9 of those, 16 of these. Now, one of the things this doesn't take into account, it's a number for each spec and class. But remember that there will be more classes and specs of a certain type than there will be of others You know, look at the number of shadow priests versus the number of holy priests versus the number of discipline priests. So the population of the player base and the characters they play and the ones they play at the competitive level is going to be different as well. So this number is a guide, but just think about how many leather workers there are, or how many DPS there are versus how many healers there are, and who are those healers and what spec do they play. He is definitely traditioner. He's covering all professions really well at the moment, which is well worth. If you don't follow Mantheus, highly recommend. It's the part where you don't know there are so many players who just don't interact with the auction house at all and will likely end up deleting the crystals they do get. Yeah, that's certainly an option, real Ginny, definitely. Can you imagine? Make a group, put the Corvite in that group when 9.1 comes, and make a sniper operation for just 5,000 gold in it, and put it on the group and run sniper. Yeah. Damn botter. Sounds like a botter, definitely. Roll for it. Oh, we can do that. I haven't done the do everything one, so I'll do a /roll 16. We'll go for a number 9. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is.
Taste my spear.
There we go. Oh, and look what happened to my my Shadowlands Rubik's Cube. My son had a go at it and went, and now I don't know how to solve it, and so it's all it's all gone. So that's going to be fun. I have to try and work that one out at some point. Anyway, just go back. Where are we at? Well, I've got thunder coming in from somewhere. There we go. Okay, let's move that back. Just press watch Marrow Root Spike, since that gets used in 2 super useful flasks. Yeah, Marrow Root's a good one. I mean, even with the demands and stuff like that. Faster to buy a new one than fix that one. I know, but it's a special Shadowlands one. I can't buy it, so I just have to work out how to. I did it once, worked out how to fix it. Again, my mouse is gone. This battery, I think, isn't very reliable. Let me just change that. Let's find another battery. I have a supply. Let's try this. There we go, that's better. Give some cheese mice like that. I'll take the roller ball out and scrape all the fluff out from it. That should work. Wouldn't be surprised if we're getting additional sources of Corthite during the patch. Yeah, there is that as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more of that balanced out over time. So yeah, loads of speculation, loads of reactions. We've talked about there are different opportunities to make gold. We've talked about sniping the Corthite crystals, flipping the mats, going out and farming the mats. You don't necessarily have to be in the ranks 5 and 6 to make gold, so that you can do stuff around it and still make gold. So you don't have to jump on the bandwagon like I have and see what happens. Mission table might get Corthite. Yeah, you never know. That would be interesting. So yes, we've got the... see, again, I don't think I've worded this one. Newly crafted ones in 9.1 will have a socket, not domination, applied automatically. I should change that. I'm just going to edit that to rune crafted, just for clarification, because I think this is the problem we were talking about before, and misunderstanding of how it works. Let me just edit that, and we can scroll down. Where is this? So that's now that they don't have freshly rune crafted. And Rune crafted. Let me just updated that. Rune. Let's add that in. Give that a refresh. I think the wording is that was a little bit ambiguous. Let me just go scroll back up. Yeah, rune crafted once and we'll have a socket. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. And Drizzling Rose, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. How are you doing? Fix the cube will be I think I was a gift from Blizzard, so we should be forced to fix them all. So no, I don't mind. It was done with permission. I think it'll be a good challenge to try and fix it. More in the vein of having Corthite drop from every Mythic and Mythic Plus key. That could be interesting too, as well, definitely. Yeah. So this is all the big focus on legendaries, of course, and I think the other gold maker, which I haven't really touched upon, but I mention here, is Crafter's Mark III. I think that and the item level 200 gear will also give us some gold making opportunities here. So that's why I've kind of okay with focusing on my 4 armor crafters to get to their Crafter's Mark III Death's Advance to Honoured as quickly as possible, because I think that's going to be a great market for these. Second week, Crafter's Mark III. Is that how long it'll take to get to Honoured, do you think, Jack? Yeah, if people can get the rep. That's the main thing. When does the... Let me just check this. The Midsummer Fire Festival is still around on the 30th when 9.1 drops. So make sure you get an XP and reputation buff with this, don't you? So maybe just jump in and get that for a little bit extra. That's another thing you could possibly do. Give that a go. Anything that helps, certainly. Is it only XP, Haley? Oh, okay. Dark Moon Fair at the weekend. Okay, let's have a look at that. Where are we at? Oh, I just scrolled too many times. There it is. Yes, Dark Moon Fair here on the 4th of July. So that's going to be useful as well. Where's there? Oh no, the Fire Festival is still on actually. Oh, there it is. It carries on till the 3rd. Okay. Yeah, it won't be enough, but it gives you something. It's something at least. Okay. Yeah, and human rep if you're a human as well. That's also going to be useful. But yeah, it's not going to be enough to just power through it, certainly. I can put yourself on fire now. You can try, Jack, certainly. So there are ways to make gold, certainly, and I think I wanted to just highlight, please don't worry if you've not invested in the legendary market. It's incredibly expensive to get into, and there are other ways to make steady gold without spending so much. Crafter's Mark, Alchemy, Enchanting, Inscription and Cooking, to name a few other professions, doing your callings in the mission table. There's lots of different ways to make gold. I know a lot of people will be focusing on these, and you can see the market's reacting accordingly. But if you don't fancy it, like Darkwing was doing, by all means don't. I mean, I've half done it, and I think that's probably the worst position you can be in. I've spent all the gold, but I've not actually gained much gold as a result. You're human with Dumping Fair, so I'll take what you can for now. Exactly. Yeah, go with what you can. But remember, first and foremost, have fun. No grind is worth it if you're not having fun. So always make sure that. Yeah, don't bother with the cancel scanning, as Will says. It's just not my game either. I don't want to be just cancel scanning, just because you're going to have everyone cancel scanning these rings and the necklaces and the capes, and it's going to be just so competitive because everyone's going to be focusing on that. But there will be other opportunities, so certainly look for those as well. So next up, as Jack's here, special interview with Sapu from the Auction House podcast. Well worth a listen to if you want to if you want to hear straight from the horse's mouth, as it were, what the thinking is behind TSM, what Safu does to make TSM so brilliant, where it came from, and all the goodies that we've got coming, and the people involved in it, it's really well worth a listen to. And I've got all the links to it there, so I highly recommend that as well. Yeah, it was very nice of Safu to be interviewed. Very hard-working behind the scenes, but does so much for Trade School Master that we all benefit hugely from it. So I would say well worth a listen. And if you aren't already, obviously subscribe to TSM Premium, not only to get the beta access, but to also support the huge TSM team as well. Legs looking strong for Chained Isle marks, with not a lot of legendaries pushed into that slot. That's a good idea for the Chained Isle one. That'll be something. I'm not sure how much the Chained Isle, obviously being unique and stuff, but legs would be a good idea for that, certainly. Crafting legendaries in advance and hoping they sell feels like a massive risk. I think it is, Neville, at the moment. I'm not going to, at this point, I'm not going to make any more for now. Thank you, Vallegro, for the TSM link as well. Did I hear the thing with the TSM Windows app change? I haven't listened to that part yet. I know they've got someone in that's working on it. What's the actual change that's coming, Jack? I'll be interested to see. I mean, I know Gundrop's alluded to more functionality in it, but I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. Excited to find out, though, certainly. It's been soon TM for a while, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's great to have as it is, certainly, and it gives them more freedom to incorporate more stuff within that, certainly. Definitely, Jungle Cat, good evening to you. Have a query. If you hover over a craftable item, it tells you the crafting cost and profit. Yes, it does. So if I go over onto, let's have a look. Let's move my task list. I can close that. I don't need that. For example, what have I got that I've made? Here we go. A shrouded cloth hood. Okay, that's not a good example because that doesn't tell me it. Where is all my things actually looking at that? Let me go to a group instead and find it there. Oh, I think I've broken something now. Now nothing's come up. Okay. Let me do a / reload. I just broke it, whatever it was. Okay. The web ledger into the app, that would be very nice, yeah. Can it also be made to tell you the percentage profit versus cost? As a percentage, no, I'm not sure. But not as a percentage. You can kind of, you have to gauge that by looking at it. There we go. Crafting. Let's go back here. The problem, actually, this is the wrong one to look at because this is currently not showing the correct profit according to the relic and thing like that you put on it. But let's say, for example, let's just take a simple one at the moment. Uncanny gear. Give me the crafting cost of 473 and a profit of 5973. Be nice to have an actual percentage. I mean, we don't have one in here, do we? No. The only thing that doesn't currently is, it was working, but now it currently doesn't work, is the order of these should be in the highest profit first on their way down. That was also useful as well. We use on whatever the worst slot is at a given point in time as a filler. Yeah, just to give people the item level boost, Neville. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Creating a crafting queue, you can make use of this stat, so only items which give you a certain percentage profit are crafted. Yes, so in your crafting operations, I use a percentage as my profit margin. So under my crafting operations, my min profit amount is 10% crafting. So that's 10% profit on top of the crafting amount. You can use fixed gold amounts here, but I tend to use just a percentage in that respect. And the same when I've got my auctioning operations, I use a posting of 110% crafting. Obviously using 110% crafting here because it's not just the profit, that's also crafting cost plus the 10% profit, and then adding a gold amount on it or something like that. And ranks, and now it's just combining them. Yeah, I think TSM should be fine with it. It's just got to put the right items into the database, really, isn't it? If the price went up or down from the last data update in colours, like up it shows the price in green or down in red, also with ratings. That's an interesting idea, Jack, certainly. Or little arrows or something like that, yeah. So you're thinking for transmog crafting, something like 100 to 200% crafting cost. Whether is that in your crafting operation, whether you want to make it for a profit or not? Like you won't bother making it unless it's worth at least double its crafting cost, as in like a percentage. I mean, yeah, that's certainly possible. You would put in, like in the crafting operation, you would put in 100% crafting, whereas I've got here 10% crafting, which is 10% profit. You could do 100% crafting for which is effectively 200% crafting. So that's doubling it, yeah. If it's not 150% crafting, just don't list it. You do that. Yeah. You can do it on the listing, or you can do it on the crafting, or both. I only let TSM make transmog that gives me at least 8,000 gold. Yeah, or you can do like a fixed gold amount, like Jack's saying there as well, which is also useful, certainly. Assuming not too expensive, your plans to make Mark of the Chain Dial would be to start with a chest piece, then go with another slot that gets replaced on a fresh alt, that is. Yes, I guess. I mean, it depends on how much disposable money people have, isn't it? That's the other thing to think about. Let me finish up the blog here at the moment. The last thing I just want to talk over is I didn't want to exclude Classic, which is obviously still going very strong. Lots of people very interested in Classic. Fake QT has a nice little video going through what to look for in preparation for Phase 2, so planning ahead, always useful, because this is the thing with Classic, is we'll always know what's coming up, so you can prepare. It's a very different game to how it was back in the day, because everything is already known, but it's a very different game, very different auction house at the moment. I think they're constantly trying to fix the auction house issues at the moment, so have a look for that. But yes, it's definitely something to think about if you are in Classic at the moment. So just wanted to throw that in as well. But if you are watching through on the embed, please come through. If you have any other questions and things you want to talk about legendaries or how things work, please do stop by. I'm going to park this for now and carry on crafting my bits and pieces that we've got on Samadan. Mankil, is that apartment or APT? Thank you so much for the follow. Or Mankil. Or apart. Whichever way it is. Mankil, thank you so much for the follow. Posting thousands of items, but you do want several servers. Yeah, so go for the high hitting ones, because it takes a while to list them all, certainly. Mankiller is oh, is it Portugal? Ah, okay. Thank you, Master. So you just do the Mankiller part. Okay. Right. Okay. We've got things to craft first and foremost. So let's start with that. Mark of the Hidden. Oh, we've lost our Chaos Crystals now, so we have to go and get some from the Guild Vault. Let's go grab those. Then we should be good. There we are. Fantastic. Problem solved. Chaos crystals. I'll just grab them all for now. Also, actually, looking at that with my TSM warehousing, with all our spare legendaries here, let's have a look. We've got all the rank 4s. Yeah. Shortfall to bags, just in case there's anything that we've sold. There's a few there that's coming out. I think that was it. Just 2. Yeah, nothing to move. Okay, grab those. Try and get rid of those. Just buy from the auction house. Stop spending. Stop making me spend, Jack. Alright, okay, let's make... This is, in theory, 50,000 gold profit. I'm not sure that's correct, but we'll go with it for now. The Tome of Illusions is probably the big ones there in that list. Those are a good profit. We'll make those. Looking at the mat cost, you see that the marks of the chains are very expensive to make. That's going to be the main issue, really, isn't it? So, Secrets of the Shadow Pan, Deadly Navigation. I bet we get Long Fall or a bungee jumped bag in 4.12. It could be Darkwing, it could be. I'll go with anything. There we go. And Pierre and Cooking, I'll do those next. And this Steak a la mode. And then tailoring, windwall bandages and heavy windwall bandages if someone's doing their Cloud Serpent reputation. That's why I'm selling those. I've sold a few already. And then we've got, yeah, the Crafted Dreadful Gladiators. That should make use of the Relic of the Past 5, which I've got a few crafted already. So that's going to be good. Put those in. I haven't got the full set of everything on from tailoring on yet. I need to just finish off making those groups. That's going to be interesting. It took a while before you knew what Shortfall did. Yeah, for me the same. I'm getting my head around how it worked. It took Jack several times to explain it to me before I finally got it. And seeing people like Dirty Irby use it, I was thinking, okay, I can see how this works now. And those at that price could stop the 230 items to even be a market, being so expensive to make. I mean, that was one of the things I was a bit disappointed with the missives for. Because missives were so expensive, you couldn't sort of make a tailor-made item that was a specific set of stats that certain people would want by putting the crafter's mark on it, a couple of missives on it, and say, right, this is going to be your optimal piece of gear, because it's only the 168 stuff is only filler gear. It's not something people are buying for specific stats, which is a shame. Yeah, food is good at the moment. I don't think it's been as good as Legion, but it has been a steady seller. You'd craft more food, would you? I am making not a huge amount of each at the moment. I'll have to check how much gets sold in one go. I'm doing lightless silk pouches at the moment. What's the profit margin on those? 561, that's fine. I've got a decent amount of lightless silk. I know I'm going to be spending a lot of it on legendaries, but I'll go for diversity over anything else right now. Better have a lightless silk pouch in the bank than and some legendaries that may or may not sell. Yeah. Okay. All gold makers buying up to sell for later. Yeah, there's that too as well. Definitely. Yeah, the materials do bounce around a fair amount with food, so you have to be careful with your prices. I found that in BFA, I would quite often be selling at a loss if I wasn't careful. Alright, here we go. Okay, so Grimveiled Mittens, Tome of Illusions Elemental Lords, 12,000, that's good. Shadow Pan at 9,000, Pandaria at 4,000, Azeroth at 11,000. So again, if we can get another set of those sold, that would be very nice. Lightless silk pouches are good as well. I will need TSM account or for different crafting costs of Crafters Mark 3 all crafters are, or should we start looking at custom price sources for each? The thing with the Crafter's Mark III, and the 2 and the 1 for that matter, is TSM will look at the cheapest one you can make, but it won't necessarily take into account the fact that they are soul-bound once you make them. Therefore you can't swap them between your characters, so you may end up having to make a custom one for each profession anyway. It's going to say it keeps selling good. Well, exactly, Bonebreaker. Keep hold of it. I don't have a beta link. Actually, no, I don't. Thank you, Darkwing, for a link. Let me grab that and copy that and make a command for it. Copy that. And let's make a new one. Commands. Let's make a new one. Hold on. Let's see. Beta. Get access to. No, not access. Sign up for access to. Sign up for access to TSM beta. Beta. Can't spell beta. Here. There we go. Thank you, Darkwing and Jack. There we go. That should be saved now. So that should work. Take an hour. Good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. There we go.
Thank you.
Too early on the first one.
Just subscribed.
Thank you so much. 21 months. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Technaro. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for your support all through this time. There we go. Okay, we posted all... Did we actually post those on? We created them. Or did we actually post them on? I think we did. Yes, we did. Okay, so let's run through our other characters and get them restocked on in their current format. So, we got very close to getting that one finished, actually. And also on one of my other characters as well. Have a look at that. Crafts Mark III, you can still be a thing based on the mat cost, but it's less of a grind than Crafts Mark II one. I can see it becoming a free-for-all. Potentially, whether people bother to set up for it is another option. If you import my TSM pastebin, so you can you do that on a fresh profile so you can get keep your current setup? Also, does it come with operations? Yes and yes, two-shot. So you can basically make as many new profiles as you want just to test things out, and then you can copy bits from one into another as well, which is really useful. So yes, and it's got some operations on there. I'm going to be doing a new kind of like rebuild of everything over time as well, so there's going to be lots of stuff to come with that at the moment. Alright, nothing at the moment. Let me check my auctions before we recraft, because I'm not sure on these. My profit margins... Oh, we've sold some Desolate Scale.
How kind of you.
That's good.
Willie Gnome just subscribed, so I can watch your VODs.
Thank you so much, Willie Gnome. That's very kind of you. I think my VODs are available to everyone anyway. They're not just subscribers only, but thank you for your support. That's very kind of you. Has the cost of transmog gone up? You're transmogging your character and getting prices of 1k gold. I don't know actually, Neville. I haven't actually looked into that. I never really bothered transmogging my character much. Yeah, exactly as Darkwing says, having a new profile is handy if you have a backup in most cases. Completely new at TSM, which video guide on my YouTube should you start with? There's lots of them. We have a number one. Let's have a look. Learn is your best bet to get started. That's my getting started with TSM playlist. If you want to go at a slower pace and have a gentle introduction into TSM, my Let's Play NA series takes me through just building up this, using TSM and flipping and things like that. It's I haven't done a video for that in a while, so I want to keep that up to date as well if I can. Shadow Song's been good for you, is it, Jack? Let's have a look. That is a lot of sales. Monolite ore, Storm Silver ore, and Volatile Earth. Very nice, Jack. It's a good server for flipping, I would say, certainly. Right, so I reckon we've got a load of leather working that we'll need to potentially make here. Let's restock this. Okay, so we have Desolate Leather, definitely, with our Novice Crafter's marks. Now the Shade Bound, it depends on the profit margins of these. I don't necessarily want to make these unless the profit margin is significantly high. Given my high costs of Crafter's mark, I might need to adjust my operation for this. So we are currently Shadow Leather. So my crafting operation says 2 of each, but it doesn't give me a specific amount. See, with my cell crafting plus 700 gold, I'm taking into account the Crafter's Mark 2 cost and a little bit extra. So for me, Crafter's Mark 2 cost me 525 gold. So I really want to add that in to my crafting operations to make sure that I'm only doing them at the correct price. So I'm going to take the operation crafting 2 of each. I'm going to make a copy of that. 2 of this plus 525 gold, which is the current price of my crafter's mark. So I've got 20% crafting here, which is a little bit of an extra margin. You can probably effectively reduce that to 10% crafting. So that's profit on top of what I'm making. So the crafting cost plus 10%, plus 525 gold, which is the price of my crafter's mark 2, is going to be my minimum profit amount when I craft things. So let me just see if that changes things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Let's clear that queue again. Oh no, I need to just change the group. Hold on. Didn't actually apply it. So Shade Shadow 168. 2 of each. Let's take this one off and add in 2 of each plus 525 gold. Just check my auctions again, just in case. Go to leatherworking and restock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's still as a profit here. This profit you see here is not accurate. That's still being worked on. So that's okay. We can still make those. That's good. Crossmark 3 leatherworking custom source. I did think of that, Jack, but when you do custom sources, I don't think they get shared when you share your profiles. So I wanted to keep it as part of the operation itself for when I share them on Patreon later.
Silas donated £7.77.
It gives me a shock every time.
Big fan of your videos and have used your past guides to make some gold. First time catching your stream live, thanks to Wowhead. Thank you again for these chill vids.
Yes, me lord.
Thank you, Goose Comics, for the follow. Thank you also, Nice Devil, for the follow. Thank you for the donation. That is incredibly kind of you. That will go towards a new CPU fan. We're looking at, probably for Mr. Potato, we're looking at the Noctua air cool fan at the moment. Looks to be the current front runner of my choices at the moment. So looking forward to being able to pop that into Mr. Potato and have it running silently, which should be great. Yeah, it was a choice between Be Quiet and Noctua, and Be Quiet sound are obviously well renowned for being very quiet, but as are the Noctua ones. But the thing that tipped it for me was the Noctua mounts. The mounting system is supposed to be really good for the CPU, so I would say Noctua would be my better choice on that front. So that's what I'm saving up for the moment. Try and export. It will show you an option to share custom sources if you can find any using the export. Oh really? Okay, that will be useful then. Okay, so you would look at if we were to do this, let's follow this rabbit hole. Settings, custom sources, add a new custom source. We'll call this crafter's mark 32 underscore leatherworker, and this is going to, oh no, okay, Crafters Mark 2 underscore leatherworker. And, only contain lowercase letters. Oh, that's a shame. Crafters Mark II underscore. Oh no, only. It doesn't look so nice. I want more than lowercase letters. Okay, and underscore doesn't work. I need to, if I'm going to use a custom source, I want it to look good so that it reads well, and that doesn't read well to me. But yeah, I'll do it now for trying. So for the string, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to do a fixed gold amount, 525 gold. But what you would really do here is put in the crafting cost of the Crafter's Mark III leather working materials. So you put in all of those, and that should work. Oh, we got some good votes for Noctua. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Cooler Master Hyper 212 also using i7 2600. Yes, I mean I've got an i5 here, so I'm not planning on doing a lot of overclocking or anything like that. So I'm going to confirm that one. So Crafter's Mark 2 Leatherworker, and then operations, crafting operation, and then we'll call this 10% crafting plus Crafter's Mark IILW. So that is the same effectively, and then that's already assigned to the group, I believe, isn't it? Operations plus 205 plus that, and then if I wanted to export this group, oh yes, there we go. Exclude custom sources or exclude operations. Okay, thank you, Jack. There we go. It does work. So I can do custom sources, in which case I may rethink my thinking on that one. I'd like it to be more readable though. Having everything lowercase is a pain. I think we should be able to change that to uppercase, lowercase, and have special characters in it as well. In fact, I don't have a window on the case, means I don't need to bother with the fancy RGB stuff. Exactly. Will. It's solid for acoustic reasons more than anything else. I don't need fancy RGB lighting. Current potato to a new PC, and if that runs hotter than current, you're fine with it. Exactly. Is dual crafting profitable for legendary crafting in 9.1? Typhorus, that's a loaded question. It's very expensive. Whether it's going to be profitable or not will depend on your server. Yeah. The custom price is lowercase, but you can write it in uppercase in a string. Now that's confusing, Jack. Why can you do it one way and not another? I want to be able to use capitalization in the same way as you have DB market, and it's so much more readable if you can put capitalization in there as well. Yeah. You're getting closed case and no RGB in any hardware. Yeah. If that DB market was all lowercase, it would be a lot harder to read. Yeah. I'm going to have to put this in as a request. Can we have custom sources be able to use capitalization and extra characters? Would be very nice at this point. Do I need to get anything from anywhere? Craft profitable heavy desolate leather. You're saying from the auction house. What's the price of heavy desolate leather? 20 gold according to that. Let me check. Browse. Heavy desolate leather. Is it still 20 gold? 2 gold for the desolate leather. Heavy desolate. Oh no, it's gone up to 31. So I'll be better off making my heavy desolate leather. Although that at 2 gold is actually quite attractive. I've got 10,000 desolate leather though, so maybe I don't need to buy so much of that anymore. So we'll leave that for now. So leather working wise. Okay, we need to make the Crafter's Mark II heavy callous hides, heavy desolate leather. I need 56. Now the problem you have here is you start using it up as you make your crafter's marks, and so it ends up being a little bit tricky there. There we go. Shadow scale waistguard and gauntlets, 988 and 1,000 gold on those. So I will just go and grab myself some heavy desolate leather. I'm going to do a little bit extra here. I'm going to make 100 of those whilst we work that out. Let that run through. There we go. Shadow scale vest for 1,500 just sold. So this is good, definitely. You asked Sappho why we have DV region market average and not DV market average. Yes, I guess it could be misconstrued that it's the market is your server and the region market is very explicit. It's about the region, yeah. Leatherworking legendaries in 9.1. Spent too much on that in the past 2 months. Leatherworking legendaries, there's not a huge amount at the moment. Looking at Mantius's sheet, we've got Umbra hide, 5 waists, 3 arms and 2 legs. The Bone Shatter gauntlets there's 2 and Greaves there's 1. But that one Greaves is Beastmaster Hunter, and there'll be lots of people that are Beastmaster Hunter, so there's still going to be some options there, certainly. Deika, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. You need transcripts. I like to listen to the podcast whilst I'm writing the Wowhead blog. It goes hand in hand. Right. See, this is saying it's not a profit, but it is a profit because that is less than the 30 gold it's currently costing because of the auction house data being slightly out at that point. I seem to be making more of this than I think of.
Will Webster 1100 just subscribed. Saw I lost me hat, got scared, resubbed.
Thank you, Will. 22 months is phenomenal. Thank you for your support. That is lovely. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here as always. I'm going to craft 151 shadow scale and bound items using crafter's mark on them. So I'm not doing the 151. These are all 168 with the crafter's mark 2, and these are all the item level 87 gear with the novice crafter's marks on them. You would sell the heavy desolate leather. Well, there's an option there as well. I've got plenty of desolate leather. Currently, it would give me a little bit of a boost there in terms of numbers. Did you know you could sub with Amazon Prime? I did. I did indeed. Oh, there we go. Shadow scale pauldrons, 2,400 gold. Very nice. I definitely need to be making more of this. Gauntlets we're low on here as well. So that should work. Trust you, sell it. Oh wow, shadow scale treads. We sold some feet for 4,000 gold. Wow, this is really kicking off at the moment. Okay, and there goes a helm for 4,900 gold. We have a winner. Shadow scale helm. Cost me, with a crafter's mark 2, that's the wrong price for a crafter's mark 2, because that's saying 50 gold, which is my tailoring price for the crafter's mark 2. So my crafting cost isn't 397, it's more like 700 gold. What's that, 400 plus the 500, 25 if I take off the 50, 475 plus 397. So that will be 475 plus 397 is 872 gold it cost me to craft that. Okay, you just did a little reset, did you, Jack? Fantastic. Yeah, this is the upgraded versions for these. So we're using TSM 4.11 beta, which allows me to put the novice crafter's marks and the crafter's mark 2 on. I'm not selling any of the 151 gear or anything else like that. Yeah. So I'm going to go with this. We need to make, let's get the task list. This should work. Where is it? Where is my task list gone? Ah, it's over here. Let's move that over here, that over here. So we need to make 6 Novice Crafter's Marks, 9 Crafter's Mark 2. Now this would be even more profits if I put tailoring on Earthen here. But what's the cheapest Crafter's Mark 3 would be my big question here. Heavy Desolate is for 47. Okay, that's not bad actually. I'll make what I've got, and if I've got any spare on me, I'll put them on Jack. Yeah, the 151 gear is for enchanting. Now, those aren't on my task list anymore. Why is that? Don't have them here. There may be an error here. Craft profitable. We don't have them on the task list. So what I need 9 apparently. So what I'll do here, just queue those up. And we're missing some heavy callous hide for those. So I need to go and make some of those. Just to add that in. 196 rename, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Engineering will have the cheapest Crafter's Mark 3, but haven't researched it thoroughly. Yeah, the 168 gear is going to disappear in like a week. Okay, so we've got those now, so we don't need that. So we're going to make those from the queue. That should be easier. I think Alchemy Mark 3 will be the cheapest, but you'll need a second gear profession. Yes. So, I mean, whatever profession I put on Earthen here will be kind of like a throwaway profession just for getting the cheapest Crafter's Mark. So whichever one I can level up cheaply. And why is the 168 gear? Because it's most likely going to be replaced by the Crafter's Mark 3 gear, which is going to be item level 200. So people won't, in the same way as they don't go for the 151 gear, they'll just jump straight into the 168 gear. Now instead of going for the 168 gear, they'll go straight for the 200 gear, but only when it's readily available. Right, so let's make this set. This doesn't include the stuff I've just sold, so we'll add these in. Drums first, and then all of the others. Leatherworking is always a popular choice, simply because the amount of stuff, both shade bound and shadow scale, does sell, and I need the gold, so this is a good position for me to be in at the moment. This is where I was saying earlier, I'm not too concerned about the legendary market. It doesn't matter if I don't make gold in the legendaries. I think I'm going to make steady gold in having lots of all the professions in, and things like this is going to definitely benefit. Let me just close that off. Grab all that. Okay, Josie and Rose. Oh, missing some more Desolate Leather. I might have to go grab some from... where is it? Probably the guild bank, I imagine. Oh, let's just use our mobile banking. Yes, good night, Rose. Hope to see you again soon. Let's go with this. Mobile banking. Let's pop that there. Open that up. Do I have some Desolate Leather in here? I would assume I have some somewhere. Earthen. Well, Earthen has a lot of Tempest hide, but not Desolate Leather actually. Okay. No Desolate. We're going to have to go back to Hellfire and send some over. Let's log out and go across. Okay, so don't see engineer marks will be the cheapest, and these arboreal shards and Shadowlands ore won't be cheap enough. Yeah, the ore is going to be a problem there, isn't it? You mean Elitium? Yes. May the wealth be plenty for you. Indeed. May we all become rich, if we're not rich already. Rich in fun and enjoyment for WoW at the moment. That's the main thing. Alright, let's have a look. The Crafter's Mark III for tailoring will be the same as any of the others, I believe. You need to get Death's Advance Honoured. Let's send over... where's my bags? Bags. Okay, this is all condensed down. 8,946 Desolate Leather. Is that where all of it is? Yeah, 1,200 apparently in the bank, but that's not true, because we've obviously used that up. So, let's send let's send a full lot over to Earthen. That should keep you out of trouble for Desolate Leather for now. Let's leave that for now and log out. So there we go. There we go. Thank you, Jack, for the link. I miss Booty Bay for crafting. It's nice and handy. All my characters need to be near their Covenant Sanctums, ideally. So we don't tend to use it. It's not as easy to get in and out of. Back to Earthen. Well, we've still got a lot of crafting and restocking to do here, so a lot to do here. Mantheus's prospecting spreadsheet is kind of weak, very small sample size. Have a look at Lazy Goldmaker's stuff. If you want to cross-reference anything, Lazy Goldmaker has a lot of data. Excuse me, a lot of data there. I think the problem with Mantheus's sheet is because he used a lot of PTR stuff, and it's not a lot of retail stuff. And of course you've got the TSM data as well to have a look at. That sometimes helps. Just cross-reference it if nothing else. Right, a whole load of Desolate Leather, which we needed, and now we can make our Shadow Scale Gauntlets and Greaves, and that stuff we should hopefully run a post scan on all of that. So this is all the 1.6 what's below min price. Undercutting competition on those, some good prices on those. Let's go stick all of those on. Crafting plus 700 on each of those, and then the ones we've sold at the moment. Wow, that's really good. So money coming in, 10 sold, auctions, 20,000 gold coming in. Very much needed at the moment. So I will make good use of that once it arrives. In terms of gold and things, let's just have a quick look at the ore situation. Lithium's at 200. Lacerite at 21. What about all the essences? Let's have a look at the essences. Rebirth at 1,000. Torment, Valor, and Servitude at 900. Okay. And the Shadowcast ingot, how's that looking? 800, that's expensive. Oh, we were going to put on some heavy Desolate Leather as well, weren't we? Do we have any in our bags? Desolate heavy, we got 44. So let's just pop that on. Currently at... Who's this person resetting this market? Let's jump in there and put our 44 on at 47. There we go. Essence is very high for my realm, yes. You can still make more from the Elythium than anything else. I would expect the price of Elythium to go up, really, looking at the prices on my server compared with everything else, at 200 gold, because the prospect value here is telling me 496. Agent Zero, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So it seems to indicate 2,000 ore yields about 75 to 110 essences, so 5%, which means the essences cost less than 5% of the ore. It's better to buy the essences. I can't remember what it was. If you watch the Lazy Goldmaker video on the dual crafting materials, that's quite good as well. Mantheus, good evening to you. We were just talking about your spreadsheet. About the data for your prospecting rates. We need more data to help quantify it. and I suggested having a look at Lazy Goldmaker sheets as well. Thank you for the shout out as well, Jack. Is it way off? Yeah, could do with updating it, certainly, so that people got some good numbers. Not an expert, but you thought you read it should be Elithium ore. Thought I read it should be Elithium ore 10 times the cost of lacerite. Yeah, might just hard code it. I mean, that would work as well, certainly. I can't remember what Lazy Goldmaker said. I think it was a fifth or something like that for Elithium versus lacerite. Elithium needs to be 5 times the price of lacerite, I think, because I think you get 5 times as much from Elithium versus lacerite. Don't quote me on that though. Watch the Lazy Goldmaker video, I think. Oh, he says 10 times. I see. Okay. Oh, so his page says 10 times, but 5 on the video. Okay. 5 or 10 makes a big difference. I wonder which one it is. We'll have to work out the numbers and when my brain's in a better position. Okay, so we've got options there, certainly. Not a lot here at the moment, so we've done our restocking on Earthen. So we can park him, if I can fit through there. There we go. Just want to double... I should really have a think of the Covenant and the Renown stuff we've got going on at the moment. We've done our weeklies and things like that. We've got Tuesday as well to do that as well, to make sure things are all okay. So we'll go through, do restocks first. Let's keep the order in focus here for the moment, because there's lots of stuff we need to do. Now, Bridget, my jewel crafter. Oh dear, Bridget. And you're the cause of all my gold disappearing at the moment, and we're still not there yet. I was looking at my costs, and there's so much still we need to do in terms of jewel crafting it. See if I can kill some Margits on Sylvanas. You're stocked, are you, Mantheus? Good to hear. That's the issue, really. It's just keeping the... those that are prepared will already be prepared and well ready for this. There we go. There's the lacerite ore. We'll pick that up. We need some more boreal shards, which Samadan would have to buy. That's one of the things that's missing in my list of making of things at the moment. Where are they? So, yeah, we need some Essence of Servitude. Currently at 900 gold. We can prospect our lacerite that we do have. Let's prospect lacerite. I can do 23 of it at the moment with what I do have. Give me a small chance at a few things. Don't have any Elithium to prospect. We're still a little bit off of that. So we'll get just a few tiny amounts of essences here. Samadan needs a little bit more, so we're just creeping our way ever so much slowly. But I'm probably going to hold off making any at this point. I'm just kind of ticking things through and getting myself prepared as best I can at this point. Because we're still at rank 2 here. We've still got only a third of the way in. It's very expensive. And we're even less on the rings. We're only just 6% in on the rings. We've got a lot of stuff we need to do there. We can, with enough arboreal shards, we've got quite a few Shadowgast ingots. Not quite enough though. We need to make some more of those as well. I mean, one of the things we can do here is just because the prices are so high on my server, we can make ingots and sell them potentially. We could make essences and sell them potentially, given the price of those being so high, like 1,500 for an Essence of Torment and 1,000 for that. We could make some gold just trying to sell them. It depends on the sale rates more than anything else. Sale rates aren't particularly high. The ingots are better at 0.14, so that would be an option. But chances are people who are making these are going to be making them themselves. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Potentially we could maybe make some gold on the other things. Let me just check my prices of everything. So we've got the 168 dual crafting gear as well. You'd sell the essencing. My price, yeah, at the moment is really, really high. Could give me some options. I need to go and do callings as well and other bits, but sorry, getting distracted. I wanted to look at my group and operation for the 168 gear. So the 168 gear operation wise at the moment, crafting plus 150 gold, 3 of each plus 150 gold. So that is taking into account my dual crafting crafter's mark cost of, where is it? Shadowlands, expand that out. Crafter's mark 2 cost of 150 gold here, which is causing, this is what my manual price is at the moment. Would you be able to craft a rank 5 in a month? If so, keep it. If not, sell the essences. Would I craft a rank 5 in a month? Yes, I think I will. I think I can make enough gold in that month to be able to set that off into crafter's marks and other things. I mean, it is low pop. There's still going to be there is still going to be competition though. I'm not going to really get heavily into the cancel scan market. I'd like to have a bit of everything in. I'd like to do this with a broad stroke, even the competitive stuff. So long as it's a profit, I'll still go for it. There are a lot of gold makers on Shadowsong. We all tend to do different things though, which is also useful. So what I'm going to do here is that's all fine. I'm pleased with that. So what we'll do is just check my auctions, see where we're at. Got a load of stuff here, and let's actually see what we can restock on currently and make some decisions based on that. So we've got some clusters, some bands. This has got some Crafter's Mark 2 on those. The Rascal Bot we don't need at this point. And everything else is looking good. So the problems you have here is that all prices are going to be out of whack slightly on this. So I'm going to have to just be a bit careful on that side of things. I have to adjust my Crafter's Mark side. This poor Brutosaur is just running into the wall here in the corner. Yeah, does seem a bit stuck. I think we have a problem there. I don't know who it is. Molina the Exalted on Magtheridon, a 46 dwarf mage. Poor dwarf's got stuck. Does it have a guild? Can't see one there. No. I think they're just stuck. Something's not quite right. An illusion. Oh, I was going to run from the other side. Right, okay, let me carry on with what I've got here. Yeah, someone with auto run on. It could be easily done, certainly. You put auto run on and you forget. I mean, I could quite easily... could be here as well, doing the same thing. There we go. Or maybe they just can't steer. There we are. They're off. See? We're fine. Right, okay. So, check my auctions, did that. Restocking. We had a whole lot of stuff we needed to make. Gathering-wise, this is going to be interesting. Oxine ore, oh yes, that's what we're talking about, the ore. This is going to be the hard part. I could do with a little bit of stock. Selenium, Sinvir, Oxine and Phaedrum. Probably just do with a few of each of them. I'm going to buy some just to get reset my smart average buy prices a little bit on these. So we can just have a better focus on this one. That's how I walk and move. That's the problem, though. Settling an argument between you and Metget. What should you spend your gold on? Whatever you think you would like to buy. It's completely up to you, Sheriff Dave. Whether it's pets, mounts, investing in things to make more gold, absolutely fine. Dirty Irby, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. How much is the long boy worth actually? That's an interesting question. Token price currently at 264,000 gold. So take the 5 million divided by 264,000 and then times it by the price of a token in your currency, and that's what you got. You said gold share, did you, Metcat? Exactly, whatever you think would be fun. And if that's what you find fun and it's not causing any harm to anyone, then that's fine. We had a question, Dirty Irby. Jack was saying that you use foot pedals for your TSM cancel and post. And I had a question: is how does the foot pedal work? Is it a analog foot pedal or is it binary? So if you like, do you have to just gently move your feet up and down, and each small movement counts as a scroll wheel? Or is it just like you have to tap your feet lots of time for the binary clicking? Sounds interesting. It's a good use of extra limbs, certainly. Right, we've got, well, it's not too bad prices. Elysium at 200, yeah. Laystrike at 21 is expensive. You're seeing the division by 10 here, actually 221, so it could be that. Exactly, yes, we were talking about foot pedals. I wondered how they worked. So I'm going to just buy myself 50 of each. Can I actually afford 50 of each? I'm not sure if I can. I have to press another knockdown. Can't do that. 4,000. This might not be doable. Let's buy what we've got. Oxine. Buyout. 50. Sinvir. Buyout. 50. So using up all our gold, and selenium we'll take 50, just to update our averages here, just so that we have a stock of each of the base ones that we need. And we'll just turn ourselves in here, grab those. Our smart average buy should be a little bit better. Your foot pedals like having two giant mouse buttons you can map to a single key. There's the spending sound that you so love. Yes, what's gold when we're at 413,000? Bridget's down to 16,000, the most expensive at the moment. So that's going to be the problem. But we're going to invest this into more things. Okay, so we've got some things in the guild bank we need to go pick up. Let's go grab those. Just spent more gold in the auction house than you have since Qatar. Yeah, there is a lot of spending going on. Eleth, good evening to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? We are spending gold like it's going out of fashion at the moment. It's incredibly expensive right now with jewel crafting, but we're doing what we can. We're going to try and make some extra gold anyway. Masterful jewel cluster, we'll make some of those. We'll pretty much be okay with making most of these. We've got so many extra gems now, so things should be fine on that front. So we should be good. What's the CPU cooler I plan to get? We're going to go for probably a Noctua. I think it's called a DH15 or something like that. Not the just the standard one. We don't need anything fancy. But I think given our choices, we're looking at AIOs and air-cooled ones, and because my case is so big, we can certainly fit a larger fan in there. So the Noctua seems like a good choice at the moment. I think TSM does have a problem with the Crafter's Mark 2s. Versatile Jewel Cluster it's making. Let's carry on with that. Let's go with something else on the other one. You're good? That's good to hear. Right, Crafter's Mark 2. Let's do those. That should work. I made 2 Legos this entire expansion and somehow have the nerve to call myself a gold maker. Well, absolutely. You don't need to make legendaries to make gold. Do what's fun for you. And the legendary market is incredibly expensive, and I wouldn't recommend it for starting out gold makers. But thankfully there are other options, so that's good. Doc Otter, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Other groups I share based on the beta TSM or regular. They are currently based on my regular version, Rafifi, but now that more people are getting into the beta, I'm going to release what I've been using in the alpha and now beta. I'll be releasing as part of my Patreon as well. I'm going to be moving over onto my website, samadanplayswow.com, and that has Patreon access integrated into it, so there's options there for everyone, I think, hopefully. But I just need to make sure that I've got everything set up. I'm going to make a new profile and export things again because I'm not fully happy with the way they're working at the moment. So not a huge amount of profit on this. According to this is 7,000, but that's not accurate, I don't think, because this is not based on the 168 gear. This is based on 151 prices. So take that with a pinch of salt. But we should make some decent gold out of this, hopefully. There we go, thank you, Jack. Need to talk about that integration sometime soon. Of course, Mantheus, feel free to hit me up, either Discord or Twitter. Johnny come lately this week, no problem, Commander Bond. For a totally unrelated project. Of course. Let's get that, and that is all done. There we go. And then we can post that on. So hopefully I can make a little bit of gold with this. I'm not sure how well the dual crafting 168 gear is at this point. We'll just see what happens. So I'll go through all of that. So it looks like some okay prices. Phaedrum necklace, what's that? 489. That's not huge. Quick Oxine, 402 profit. So it's not brilliant, but we'll go with it for the moment. Any idea on how much gold I've made so far this expansion? It's a difficult one, Badondi, because of how much I've been spending. If I look at my TSM graph, it's up and down incredibly large amount at the moment. So when did it come out? It was, that was my spending on professions early on in the expansion. I think we were looking at November, weren't we, which is about here. Or in fact, if I just look at the last 6 months, that'll be easiest. No, that's January, hold on. Let's go from here, I think is more accurate. There's November the 5th there, so it was more up here. Yeah, there we go. So the start of Shadowlands I had about 1.7 million, and then I spent a load on professions to get started on that one. Cool TSM theme, yeah. I like it, apart from a couple of the group's windows. It's the light on the dark is throwing my eyes off a little bit. But then once we got going with our professions, this has been a nice steady amount of profit throughout sort of like the past few months, which has been really nice and steady. That isn't with legendaries, that is just basic, all the other parts of the professions plus the depth I have as well. Smells like coffee and gold. Yeah. And then this point, when I was at 2 million, this is when I started investing into legendaries, and I've invested heavily into the legendaries. And this is also investing in some old recipes as well, so that's not just legendaries. So I spent a lot of gold of late, and really literally of late I've spent even more gold. Whether I can make this back up again, we'll see once 9.1 hits. It's going to be interesting. I know that I can at least make this steady gold when I'm not spending it on legendaries, so we'll see what happens over the course of time. Whether on my server with my server's prices, legendaries is going to be lucrative enough for me, I'm not sure. But I'm happy to just tick along and see what happens. It'll be an experience, if nothing else.
Yes, me lord.
Linnea, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. We've got lots of people over here in their Brutusaurs. I did post everything on, didn't I? Yes, I think I did. Okay, so Bridget, we've got other questy things to do and things like that, but we'll leave that. We've done our Yar's Peculiar Energy Source already, so that should be fine. Let's just check on everyone else. I think El Morte's been a difficult one because all my ore has been going into Shadowgas ingots, and I should really try making some 168 gear as well. You still have the Bruto Cliff on your well. I think it's an important one to remember, certainly. Keep that cliff. It's a significant purchase for anyone, definitely. Let's have a look. So, blacksmithing. We haven't touched legendaries really on blacksmithing at all. There are numbers here we can look at, certainly. We did the callings and things, didn't we? This was the one that replenished the reservoir. It's very close to being done, so hopefully I can get that complete, maybe even with the mission table. So from here, mailboxes outside. Well, there's mailbox here, but let's go have a look what we've got first, and then we can see what we need to craft from here. I do have a few sales, ceremonious spear, pauldrons and helm, another 7,000 gold, and a few other things that have expired, so I'll take those off. Right, I think I'll go to Dalaran to do my actual crafting and restocking, because then I can access things more easily, and I can always half back here. So worth it, important in the long run. Yes, definitely. Wish when we reset stuff like average buy sell, we didn't have to lose stuff like the ledger and graph, which they synced better between multiple accounts. Yeah, I think there's some work that could be done there, certainly, Rogini. Good evening, Game Cat Cat. Lovely to have you here. How are you doing? So if we make a legendary today, the buyer, after 9.1, upon making a legendary, will have a socket. Dazed and confused on sockets and no sockets. I know it's very confusing, Doc Otter. So from what we talked about this earlier in the stream, so whether you craft a base legendary, if you then, after 9.1, rune carve it into something, then you'll get the socket in it. Yes. Logston, you are the Shadow Song Asuna. I am indeed. I'm the goblin who have been terrorising you for years. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. I have been on here since the beginning days. This has been the server I started way back in vanilla. Gumdrops used to be on here as well, and then Gumdrops moved over to Ravencrest. I've always stayed here as my server. There are a lot of us gold makers here. You will see many familiar names here at the moment, but it's lovely to have you here. Nice to meet a fellow Shadow Song person. And Immoral DK, thank you so much for the follow as well. And that socket is only for generic gems or a Dominion socket. That is for generic gems. It's a prismatic socket. The Dominion stuff is specific slots. Yeah, the TSM team is thinking, helping you remove separate data. Certainly, yeah. Pause on all Lego making until patch drops or a week after, you think. Well, the problem is, Goose Comics, is because people seem to be under the assumption that, and I myself fell under this, is that you think that anything you make now is worthless, and so I think the general people are thinking that, and therefore I don't think there's a huge demand for them right now. I think people, and given that it's only literally a few days away, people are going to maybe just wait and see what 9.1 brings. I mean, you could then just list them then and see what happens. Sometimes you really want all your tunes back on South Song. We'll have to get back to farming mats for you all later. Yes, please do, Will. We need more mats, yeah. Fashionably late. You're bang on time, Coffee Cat. Was the man who ran Gumdrops off the server. No, Gumdrops wanted to go for a more populated server. I think his guild were raiding more, so that was the main reason, I think. You moved your main to Tara Mill, though, to play with friends. I've still got a few neglected alts on the scene. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Tara Mill's a lot more populated, certainly. I think, isn't Mantheus on Tara Mill now, with his second set of characters? Have I had much luck from old world crafting transmog recipes? Yes, definitely. I like to have depth in my professions, especially tailoring and enchanting. I get a lot of good sales steadily through all the old world stuff. And I've been selling some gladiators gear just recently on tailoring, which has been good. Your horde now, and on Shadowsong your alliance. Oh, okay, there's a good mix there, certainly. He is, and so is Zanziful and a few others. So it's fairly popular. All right, there's a few more as well. Oh, fantastic. Sartoba Beast, can you explain the percentage section on TSM? Do you mean when you're shopping? That defaults to be DB Market, I believe, when you're shopping for something. So this percentage you see here, well, this is probably a bad example. So at the moment, this percentage is basically the price compared against my smart average buy price, because that's what I put in my shopping operation. So this percentage here is showing me smart average buy price. But if I just looked for one of these ores manually through here, so Oxine ore, hold on, let's do that correctly. If I shift click it and go here, so Oxine ore here, this percentage here is based on DB Market, which you can set in your settings under, I always forget where this is, not accounting, is it accounting? No. Auctioning, custom sources, browse, sniper. Market value price source here, DB Market, is what this is based on, and that's the default there, DB Market. So that is a percentage of DB Market, which currently is 77 gold. So 77 is about here at 100%. But then if I have that's my shopping operation, so that's the basic operation. So Oxine ore is 93% at its lowest. But if I then use my shopping operation, which includes smart average buy, then my Oxine ore is actually 69%, because my smart average buy price is 103 gold, so it's actually quite a bit higher than the market value. So there's a difference there in the percentage, and understanding which time TSM is showing that is kind of useful. That was a long-worded explanation, but I hope that made sense. In PW42, you're in a low pop realm, Agrimar, and skins barely sell. Can you sell more skins when 9.1 drops? Potentially. With leatherworking, people seem to be more focused now. Oh, Shadow Skill Arm Guards just sold for 3,000. That's cool. People seem to be more focusing on ore these days, so you might get better luck with ore rather than skins. Professions on Bridget, I have dual crafting and engineering. If you find listings from tweets, that's your transmog poster. Oh, right, fantastic. You're in town, we've got loads of mogs, horde side. Okay, fantastic. There we go. Right, so we picked up ore. What else were we doing on El Morte here? Have we done our restocking? Let me just check. Oh yes, Shadow Skill Arm Guards, we just sold that. We've got some uncanny gear that hasn't sold, but we do probably need to restock on this lot. So let's have a look and tell me what TSM says for my restocking. Okay, so we have ceremonious gear with the novice crafter's marks. It's all a good profit here. Now let me just double check my TSM prices for the crafter's mark, see if it's correct. So the ceremonious, the price of a, let me just move this across so I can see the two windows. So crafting list, crafter's mark, novice crafter's mark is 88 gold, and so I should be adding that on 2 of each doesn't have one on, so let me just adjust that operation. So we could use another custom source here, but I'm just going to stick it in as a manual for now. So it should be, well, I've got plus 105. What was the Crafter's Mark 2? Novice Crafter's Mark 88. 2 of each. Let's increase this one. 2 of each. Plus 88 gold. And then we'll do 10% crafting plus 88 gold on that. And then the selling operation seems fine, so the 187 gear, we'll override that, remove that one, and put in the plus 88 gold for that. Crafting plus 2000, that seems really high. Is it actually 2000? No, it's 500, that's misleading. So let's rename that to 500. Or do we already have one at 500? Okay. That is confusing. The 2000 and the 500 is actually the same amount, so that should be, that was very confusing, 2000 as it was, and then we'll go back to that group, and ideally that wouldn't be that one, that would be plus 88 if I made a new one, but we'll go with that one for now, because that's, you know what, I'm going to do this properly. I'm going to do the plus 88, so let's make a new auctioning operation. Let's just copy that, and we'll rename this one plus 88. This is our Novice Crafter's Mark price, specific to my crafting here. So let's just take that and 88 gold. Got a couple here that are extras, so let's go grab those. 88. There we are. Saying last week, smart average buy is less useful during times of market fluctuation like patch releases. Yeah, smart average buy is a tricky one, especially now, which is why I'm kind of keeping my stock quite minimal and trying to take into account everything. 71 gold, but in green, that's very dangerous. It's like dumb average, and you're right. It can be at this point, certainly. Is it not possible to make Crafter's Mark part of the crafting cost? It is. It is already accounted for, but the problem you're having here with TSM is that it's looking at the Crafter's Mark. The Novice Crafter's Mark here is 88, but the crafting cost here is TSM thinks it's 14 because it's using the tailoring Crafter's Mark price. How do I change my colour theme? We've got Jack to thank for that one. It's part of TSM 4.11 beta, and he's themed it to his colour scheme at the moment. And then Crafter's Mark 2, see, that's gone up now in price because my Leystrike ore price has gone up. The TSM thinks it's 50 gold, but it's really 280 gold, so I should adjust my group. This one, which is Crafter's Mark 2. In fact, if I just rename this, see, I can use brackets and things, which is good. So that's what I'd want to, not NS, blacksmithing. That's what I'd want to use. Now I could actually make this amount, I could put a price string in here and make this adapt to the price of the materials for the Crafter's Mark 2. That's what I'm going to do in the future. I think that's going to be the next thing. But I'm going to adjust this to 280 as a ballpark for now. I'm just going to change that. 280. I'm not going to bother with these because they're already going to factor in that anyway with the multiples of the crafting. So I just need to adjust that figure at the moment. That should be fine. And the same with that 88 one. We'll rename that Novice Crafter's Mark blacksmithing, like that, something like that. I'll come up with a better denomination for this in the future. I think this is just kind of spitballing ideas as to what I'm going to do in the future. There we go. So that's done. That's done. So we'll just better clear that group actually. just so we can restock this properly, clear that, and then restock that. So it should be about the same anyway. And then a lithium ore, lacerite ore now. A lithium ore, you're all thinking it's 160, but it's not that price now. How much do we actually need here? 347 of the lacerite and 10 of the lithium. So, and we need to make some shadowgas ingots as well, which is also going to be expensive. Oh wow, we need 65 of those. That's going to be the problem here. Okay, so let's just double check the ore prices as they are at the moment. A lithium 192, we've got 30,000. How much lithium ore did we need? We needed 10, so that's not a huge amount. We'll take the 57 for now. That's 10,000 gold. Spending more gold again. The lacerite is expensive at 21 gold 50. We need 347. So that's actually, ooh, that would be, if we needed to buy 400 of this is going to be expensive. That's not too bad actually. 8,000 gold. If we did a little bit extra, that's 10,000 gold to give me the 470. I'm going to take those now. That'll adjust my average buy prices to factor those in as well. So things are getting expensive. Hopefully we can make a little bit of profit from this. We also need to make 65 ingots. I'm leaving Bridget with the ones she has there. So what I'll do is actually add those ingots into this. And this is going to be interesting because 65 of those queued up. It's going to be expensive. Where is it? 65 of those. Gathering wise, you say we're okay because we're getting them from the alts, but I don't want to get them from the alts. I want to get them. Oh no, that should be okay for. Oh, now I'm getting confused here. It maybe is, yeah. Okay, this could be tricky. I'm going to have to use a standard interface for this, I think. Otherwise, TSM's going to get confused because it can't make any because we're missing. Oh, actually, no, we do have a bit of ore here. We're just missing luminous flux. In which case, we need Samadan to buy these because they're cheaper from Samadan. In which case, let's go over and grab those on Samadan. Hopefully, I can get this done in time. Restocking's taking a while. There we go. There went the 400k. I know. We're going to spend some more again in a minute, so it's so expensive. All so expensive. Anyone got a macro to auto select layer 5 or Torghast? Oh, that's a good idea, real Ginny, for spamming your followers. That's really good. I think one of the ones, I can't remember the name of it, it's supposed to be good for getting the followers at the moment as well, because of its layout. I've not tried in a while. I found it fun doing them though. Just have to do it in small chunks. Right, okay, what have we got going on here? Got some gold, probably. There we go. Veiled Augment Rune sold, stake, Grim-Veiled Cape for 6,000, and a Shrouded Cloth Cape, that's another 9,000 gold. That's good. We need to go and get our, I guess Elysian Hold is our best option here. Hold on. And then Luminous Flux, I guess we could go to the middle, is the easiest place. I remember where to go. But you got a macro to exit instance quickly. Oh, that's a nice idea too as well. Yeah, but I tried selling the Black and Warg stakes. I don't think I've had any sales of them. Alright, I think there is someone here I can buy them from, but I can't remember where they are. But I do know where the one in Heroes Rest is, so I'll go with that one. Yeah, just don't press that whilst you're doing Mythic Dungeons, I guess. That would be dangerous. Right, let's head on over to my friend here, my Arboreal Shard friend. We need some Arboreal Shards as well, actually. I'll do the luminous flux. A stack of that cost me 1400, so let's get... how much gold have I got on Samadan? 39, so let's get that. 10 stacks. 5 stacks rather. And Arboreal shards, let's get a stack. That's 6,000 gold. Grab a stack of those as well. 395,000 gold. Back underneath again.
Thank you.
Eddie Makes just subscribed. Woot woot.
Eddie Makes, lovely to have you here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your continued support. I know you're not playing a lot of WoW at the moment, but thank you very much. I hope you're doing well. We're just doing some various bits and pieces of recrafting here on... Well, Samadan's doing a lot of spending at the moment, so El Morte takes the Luminous Flux, and Bridget can take the Arboreal Shards. Send those over. And then we'll jump back over to El Morte, get those done. And where are we at? El Morte. Right, got lots of stuff we need to craft here. You fake asked on a second account about the warg stake whilst your main was having them. Ah, right, okay. Generated interest and sold at a good price. That's a good idea, Oak Darkness. I like it. Good. Taking a massive break, but still love the stream. Thinking of getting back into it for 9.1. Hope everything's good. It's very good. Thank you very much. We've spent a lot of gold in preparing ourselves for 9.1 as best we can. We're not in the position I would like to be in. We're close, but not quite. But I think I've got enough gold making methods to recoup my huge losses at the moment. So I'm confident we will make it back. Let's grab this luminous flux. So first we need to make a bunch of ingots if we're going to sell this stuff. Let's just jump in here. And blacksmithing wise, so TSM4 will make them manually. Where are they? The 65 here. See, there's a good profit on here if we did make them and sell them. That is something to consider. Just actually making them to sell. But we need them for the moment to make all of this stuff, because we should get some good profits from this, hopefully. This is making me 2 at a time, actually, isn't it? So is this actually double what I actually need, perhaps? Might have to rethink that. Well, I'll just make them anyway, because I've got the materials for it. That should work. The gold graph for my monthly update video on YouTube will be sad to see. It will be sad to see. We'll have a look. We'll go through and we'll talk through my thoughts about it in proper detail. I don't know whether I'll do it before or after 9.1 is hit. Probably after. Give me a couple. Is the profit better to sell them or craft the gear? Ideally, for me, what I think, I may get more profit selling them, but I get more diversity by selling all the different gear. So for me, what I would want to do is maybe split it half and half and do both. I got a feeling I'm making too many Shadowgast ingots here anyway, because I forget that you make 2 each time. So what I could do in this instance is to make all this gear and then sell any spare that I have. I may be stuck. I'm not sure with the 168 gear. I think there's going to be people coming back for 9.1 that will want to gear up alts quickly, and I don't think the 200 gear is going to be available straight away. So I'm happy to. I'm only making 2 of each, so I'm happy with those numbers at the moment. Where's that gone? Hold on. There we go. I won't read that one out. And so we made those, and we've got Crafter's Mark and Novice Crafter's Mark. So again, I'm going to put these in the queue, because I think TSM gets a little bit better at those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Let's queue those up. And gathering wise, 13 of the Novice ones. Let's grab those, 13, and queue those up. I'm going to make these next, and that should work. Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks before the new becomes common. I think so. I think we've got some time. There will be an overlap, certainly. Always leveling alts. It's endless market. Yeah, that is the market I'm kind of going to rely on, certainly. Like we had with the Honourable, the Notorious, and the Uncanny gear, I still managed to sell an overlap between Notorious and Honourable and Uncanny gear for the same reasons, as people didn't always remember the new stuff. Let's make some Crafters Mark 2s, and then we should be in a good position to make all of this, because this is telling me this profit isn't necessarily accurate though, because these prices are on the uncrafted mark prices. You think the price between 168 and 200 will be so close that people will pick 200? Do you think so? Getting your new mouse tomorrow. Fantastic, Jack. What did you go for in the end for a mouse? The Naga X Gaming. Okay. I've not tried any of the Razer ones. I would like to try a Orb Weaver or a Tartarus, and something for my right hand as well. All the 168 and 200 will be pushed up in price because demand for the same materials for the legendaries. That is true. You're still selling combatants gear. Yeah, occasional sales for transmog would definitely be useful. And we know that Sam sold Notorious when Uncanny is available for an amazing amount of profit. He did indeed, Metcat. Some sharpening stones as well. It's all going through well. Let's grab all of this. Your Corsair mask got killed too fast. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things of the Logitech. I mean, my current mouse is a... Is it Logitech? I think it's just a... Can't see the name on it. It's just like almost like a laptop one, my mouse. But I love the scroll wheel on this one. I don't like ones that go left and right. So this one just goes up and down, and you press as well. I've not used a freewheel mouse, so I've heard good things about them. Yeah. I'd like to try it, certainly. Let's grab all of these extras and see if I have any ingots spare after this as well. Yeah, for card flipping. I know Drifting Rose uses that, doesn't she? Lots of blacksmithing sounds here, which is always nice to hear. Let's try this Shadow Steel stuff. And to be fair, Razer apparently got a lot better in the last few years. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and I'd like to try it for sure. I mean, I'm not into the whole RGB stuff anyway, but you know, that seems to be par for the course. The main thing I'm interested in is in the left-hand mouse stuff. That does sound fun. Not mouse, but the old key pressy stuff. I think that will be good. Deadlift Boy, this is Jack's TSM theme. I'm using it for today's stream. I'll see if I can come up with a Samadan branded one as well. Although I like the default one, I may just have to jump back to that for the next stream. Thank you, Darkwing. Right, we're going for a load of these. What have we got for prices? 1.8 to arm guards for 3,000. Now, interesting. currently looking at that, the greaves and the breastplate are actually below minimum price, according to this. Now 3,900 should be the price of that, and breastplate should be that. Maybe there's an opportunity there, looking at those. Or as sharpening stone. So let me just check Shadowgast ingots. Do we have any left in here? Yeah, we got the 65 because we made too many. So those are a good profit potentially on those. So I'm going to grab those 65, currently at 802. I'm going to post those on for 12 hours, 65. Cost 12 gold to pop on, so that's not too bad. We can afford that cost. So we'll try that, some ingots and some other bits. And if they don't sell, we'll use them to make some more stuff. So we've got a couple of options in the markets there, so that should be good. Lost count how many times you dropped it. It's missing quite a few pieces. What was that for? You have the Razor Tartarus, just a heads up before you try it. Software causes keys to get stuck down from time to time, causing your character to stray for no reason. The fix is to uninstall the software to get an app called ReWASD and use it for the software side. Okay, thank you, Two Shot. That's good to know. Besides that, it's nice. Yeah, I was just thinking, just my configuration for playing is terrible at the moment, so I need to do something different. Right, I've run out of time for tonight. Hope you're doing the stream more soon. Thank you, Eddie. I'd love to see you again soon. People will learn your new name instead of old Edwards. Yeah, the Eddie part makes it work. So we're all good. Yeah, the keyboards are expensive, certainly. So, thank you all for such an amazing stream. That was, it did go fast very quickly. We got lots done. We did mainly restocking and going through the Wowhead blog, so that was good. Lots to talk about. Good luck, everyone, on NA for Tuesday. I'm streaming Tuesday evening, so a UK time, so probably maybe the servers will be up by then, hopefully, fingers crossed. If not, we'll go and do any last minute preparation we can do on Tuesday in readiness for Wednesday for us here in the EU. So it's going to be interesting times. Good luck, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Let's see who is on, and let's send. Now we did do now we have, I'll tell you what we'll do. Now we don't often get to send some love over to one of my heroes in Blizzard. Terran is actually streaming at the moment, Burning Crusade, and I would love to send him a raid because he's not on often and he is the most awesome person. So I'm going to send some love over his way. Okay, so slash raid, let me get that right. Terran Gregory, storyteller. He will make us cry in 9.1. So thank you all for such a lovely stream. I will see you all very soon on Tuesday. Until next time, let's go send some love over Terran's way. Good night and farewell.